Tonight's the night. And of course, it's going to happen again and again and again and again. Welcome to the another JDev TV Dexter stream. I'm kind of getting all Dextered out here, but it's time to do an official early season 2 predictions video for Dexter. Now, we won't get into that right away. We'll kind of shoot the shit to give people an opportunity to get in the chat. But of course, I'm actually joined by somebody, kind of a last minute thing. Rusty Reels, welcome again to another JDev stream. And I must let you know, I didn't tell you this yet. I got a new computer desk chair, and it's a lot more comfier. So
awesome.
I don't know if you noticed, and I've mentioned it, like my ass has been hurting like crazy. I don't know. Gained a little weight, and apparently the chair doesn't like it, and my ass didn't like it. I don't know. But I feel a lot better in my new chair, so I might not be as fidgety as I usually am. Although my lips will still get dry, my eye will still bother me, and you'll see me drink water and Gatorade constantly through this stream. But, we'll let people get into the chat here. I haven't actually looked at the comments yet. But tell me what you got going on for Rusting Reels, and tell me what you got going on for the weekend.
And for the weekend, I've got my The Long Walk, the Stephen King book that came out a couple days ago, and I've got a review on the way. And so probably catch a couple more movies with my boys this weekend. So yeah, I'm excited.
That's awesome. I am slacking on going to the theater. I watched. I'm watching the new season of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, and that gives me free access to, comes with Shudder. So I've been watching some of the new releases on Shudder. I just watched Clown in the Cornfield. Is it Clown in the Cornfield or Clown in a Cornfield? I can't. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. It was mildly entertaining, like 2.5 out of 5, if even. I can't remember if you've seen that one or not. I'm sure you have. You've seen a lot. Yeah. I saw some scores, but I don't recall what yours was or if you saw it or not. But 2.5 out of 5, maybe 2. It had some good moments, but there was too many ghost faces, I guess I could say, for that one. Quick thoughts on Clown Cornfield, whatever it's called.
Yeah, no, it was mediocre for sure. It came out, I think, around was it March or April timeframe, but there were several movies like Death of a Unicorn that I was hoping that they would be better, and I agree with you on your rating. It was just, as my kids would say, mid.
It was mediocre. It was a little boring at first. I pegged one of the killers. I'm not going to say the person, but yeah. And then I predicted the end with the 2 male characters and the female character. I predicted that. And then I was kind of half paying attention to it as I was watching it. But, the second and third act, I started paying attention a little bit more. The whole issue that happened this week, it's kind of got me thrown off. It's rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. For anybody that likes Charlie Kirk, sad thing, and it's affected a lot of individuals. Political violence is unacceptable, whatever the case may be. And obviously I knew he got shot. And then the whole, they said, oh, he has a pulse. And then they announced him. They said, oh, he's dead. And then I saw the actual shot and the blood come out. I'm like, oh my God, if he survived that, it would be a freaking miracle. But anyway, it's hard to talk about things right now with the whole thing going on with that. So I just wanted to cover that real quick. Don't want to dwell on it anymore. If anybody puts anything negative or anything like that in the comment section, I'll ban you from the chat. But let's catch up on the chat here and see what people have to say. Let's see. We had David, who has the Dexter profile pic, always says tonight's the night on my Dexter video. So, hey, David, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but if you are, thank you. Rusty Reels, what's up, JDev? Dexter Resurrection Season 2. I went on IMDb, and it's coming to 2026. I mean, it was kind of obvious that they were going to make a Season 2 of Dexter Resurrection. I didn't know it was officially announced, though, so that's awesome. But thank you, Chris, for confirming that. I don't think Dexter Daily has put out there's my brain fog again where I can't think of the word that I want to say. I don't think there's been an official announcement yet, but maybe I haven't seen it yet. Hey, okay. Bubs, what's up, yo? What's going on? Welcome to the chat. I am who you want me to be. I am who you want me to be. Yes, the legendary Crazy Coffee Man. I saw it, Chris. Okay. Prediction: Dexter season 2 is focused on the New York Ripper and turns out to be Jonah Trinity's son. Well, Cody Leach would be happy if that was the case. And then a clown in a cornfield. Thank you. I wasn't sure. Yes, R.I.P. Charlie. Just, love him or hate him. I don't wish death upon anybody. That's just not the type of person I am. And that just seeing that, like I can't get that image, that video out of my head, just seeing that. So
yeah. I was going to, not to interrupt, but the we may get to it later, but the movie, the big one for me opening this weekend was The Long Walk. And it has some brutality and violence and gore, and so it was. I'm curious this weekend if that's impacted by recent events. So because
I don't know.
It is. I haven't watched Cody's. I seen that his video popped up, but it was definitely an emotional movie, especially this week, and I think he probably dives into it from what I've already seen on comments. But
I watched his short of it because he has the long video, the 30-minute or around 30-minute video, and then he had like the minute or 2 minutes. I don't remember how long it was, and he just said it's very emotional, but he didn't mention anything like that. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll see it because I've been not going to the theater as of late. The last movie I went to see was Weapons. Which
I would recommend it. It was pretty emotional. Like that's what I had to cut. I'm only doing a short that should come out tomorrow, but I cut out a lot of that stuff. But I was getting emotional just with some of the character deaths. There's a Native American that passed away. That's or dies in the movie.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, you know what the movie's about, right? So I didn't name the character.
I don't really know a lot. I know that they're walking, and if they stop walking, they're apparently dead. They die, or somebody kills them. That's all I really know about it. I don't think it's a movie I'm going to see, but I'll probably fall asleep during it. Not that I'm going to, but just I don't know. We'll see what happens.
This is the materials, but it has to get down to one person. So just leave it at that. Yeah.
I knew that too. Yes, I knew it had to get down to one person. So I'm guessing they do things to try to make them stop walking. Is that kind of where they go? Okay.
No, you just walk until the body gives out, and it's adds to the brutality in it. But
okay.
Yeah.
The legendary Crazy Coffee Man, Don Framped, DNA from T. Jonah Mitchell. Yeah, maybe. Brad Hawk Talk. What's up, Dexter Peeps? Brad, man, this guy's a freaking streaming machine. 9-hour streams. I actually watched. Yeah. So I tuned in a little bit last night. One point I wasn't saying anything, but I was in there. And then at one point I just want to let you guys know that I was in there, and then Troy popped in at the same time. We both answered the question. But Brad can stream for like 9 hours without it's amazing. So if you're into different things, pop culture, some Dexter content when Dexter's relevant, which right now, unfortunately, Dexter's not relevant until a new series comes out again. We can still talk about it, but it's not as exciting. Alien Earth. Sometimes Slay the Spire, sometimes Resident Evil talk, sometimes Halo, sometimes guess the movie, sometimes guess the video game or video game up against or what. I don't remember all the stuff. I'm trying to remember all the stuff that he does, but definitely if you like hanging out in streams, certainly Brad Hawk Talk is the place to be. I didn't agree with a lot of stuff Charlie said, but he 100% didn't deserve death. He had a wife and kids. The shooter is going to have to live with for the rest of his life, and he murdered a family man. Yeah, I'm not 100% for Charlie Kirk, but I agree with. I'm not like super religious or anything like that, and we all know that Charlie Kirk is 100% religious. There's things said about him that people say about all politicians these days that I just look at like, when did you say this? You're not listening to what he said, but whatever. I appreciate the comment about it. I don't want to get too much into it before people start canceling me, which I can handle it. It's fine. Thank you, dude. You and Troy crushed it at knowing movies. Well, Troy is better at it than I am. He can just see a scene and then know what it is right away. I'm good at naming people in movies and pinpointing what movie when a year movies came out. Who was on the yacht with Dexter? Now, I haven't went back to watch that, but he had mentioned that before, and I forgot to do it, that somebody is also on the lot with Dexter. Also, if you guys are... Oh, yeah, Claudex. No, not happening.
She's there.
All right. That might eventually be the case, but I don't think it's already the case. If you guys are Stephen King fans, I want you to know your thoughts on the new Welcome to Derry TV show. I'm not a... When I was a kid, I watched some Stephen King movies, but at the moment, I don't plan on watching it. That's not to say I won't. But I think you're covering it, right, Rusty Reels?
No, I think Brad may be covering it.
Did you say you were going to do something with it? Maybe I'm mistaken. I know Brad said he was going to cover it, but
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it, but I'm not going to do it because Brad's going to be a badass at it, so I'm going to watch him. But yeah, no, I love Stephen King and it. I mean, it'd be awesome.
I think I've seen the Silver Bullet. I remember that, although I don't really remember that. Lots of people want Mia to still be alive. I mean, her file did say active, so that's possibility. So I did catch up on the chat here, and we'll start talking about our predictions for Dexter, which we kind of already talked about the chat's predictions, minor ones. What I got going on? Well, I don't do much of anything. I sit at home and watch stuff or listen to YouTube videos, and then when I got stuff to do, there's another person that releases a video that I have to check out. So Rusty, since I haven't really been going to many movies, I haven't really watched all your shorts about them, but I do watch Cody's for some reason, so don't take offense to it. I did watch I know what you did last summer, and I did watch your weapons one. Those are the two that I have watched for sure. I might have saw another one too, and your crocodile, no, alligator Dexter thing. So good stuff there, and I appreciate the work that you put into it. And my editing skills and thumbnails and all that are very generic. I know. I'm working on it. So what do I got going on? Obviously, I want to give my weekly stream. I'm going to try to keep streaming every week. Not necessarily guaranteed to be every Friday night, but that's just how things are set up right now. That Fridays probably work better, especially if there's a UFC event on Saturday night. There's no way, like a numbered UFC card. I will not be streaming. I'll be watching that. That takes priority because that's what people come to my channel for, Dexter and UFC stuff. I plan on watching the first episode of The Shield probably tomorrow, maybe tonight, and start reviews for that on the channel, which not a lot of people cover The Shield. Don't know if you're familiar with it, but The Shield is one of the best shows of all time. And I've watched it once, but it's been a while, so just wanted to cover it again. I did review the first 3 episodes and then just kind of fell off of it for some reason. I don't know why I didn't keep doing it, because usually when I start something, I don't stop. That's kind of my model. Like if I'm in it to the end, but I did 3 episodes and then stopped. Well, I'm starting over now because that was like 3 years ago. And try to get through that. Of course, when I start doing it, the videos won't come out. Like right now, I've got videos all the way up until the end of October. So it'd be like November when they start coming out. So if you're interested in The Shield and want to check those out, The Shield reviews will start in October once the Daryl Dixon show season 2 is over with. So, all right. That's enough of that stuff. And where are we in the chat here?
When does Daryl Dixon come out, in October?
It already came out.
Oh, really? I missed that then.
The first episode came out Sunday night.
Oh, wow.
Episode 2 comes out this week. It wasn't out at the usual time, though, because I usually see him at 2 o'clock in the morning on AMC, whatever version of AMC Plus I'm looking at, and it wasn't available for like the first 3 hours. And then eventually I went to bed. So I didn't watch it until like Wednesday. That's, for me, not to do a Walking Dead review right away. That's crazy. But it just, with all the Dexter videos I've been doing lately, the Walking Dead had to take a back seat. Like I didn't care anything but the Dexter videos. And I must say, with some of the Dexter videos, I was off. Like I think I might have tried to rush them too quickly because I misspoke a lot in one of the videos. Like I was like, what is going on here? So if anybody noticed it, I'm sorry. I try to be as perfect as I can with Dexter content. And it just, for some reason, I think it was the characters one was fine because I did that quickly. I didn't try to overspeak and just try to get it over with as quick as possible. But I believe it was the law enforcement characters one that I just kept like misspeaking over and over again. Then I was like talking about Dexter Resurrection when I wanted to talk about Dexter Original Sin for Patrick Dempsey's character, but nobody commented that. People just commented on when I said that Dexter answered the phone for when Quinn called. For some reason, it seemed like that they said it was a voicemail, which it's obvious now that it was a voicemail, but it seemed to me like it was him answering the phone but not saying anything because Quinn talked for like 30 seconds and that like went through right away as a voicemail. So that's why I didn't think it was a actual voicemail, but nonetheless. All right, let's go back to this and catch up with the chat. Thanks, Rusty. Hopefully, welcome to Area. It's a good time. And as far as Alien Earth goes, I've watched the first 3 episodes and just kind of fallen off of it. I think I'm going to go back to the beginning and watch them all, especially when the finale comes out.
I'm only watching it anymore just so I could listen to Brad's cover it better than they did in this show.
Okay. I think the beginning of Dexter Resurrection season. Dexter focusing on Al since he got away. We'll talk about that in a second here. I just turned off my air conditioning. Rusty crushes it at the comedic addicts, throwing in his shorts. Limp Bizkit was spot on. I do like, hey, that's a music group that I do like, Limp Bizkit. And remember to like the stream. Let's get J-Deb to 100,000 subs. Yeah, so I can quit my full-time job. Every day I get more and more irritated. So we should do a stream about like our pet peeves, because I've got a list of things that get on my nerves. And I guess I'm getting set in my ways where like everything has to be the way it was. And if anything changes from my routine, I just start having a conniption fit. I subbed. Thank you. Yes. All right. So Dexter, I'm going to turn on my fan since I turned the air off. It could be 70 degrees and I have the air on. It could be 60 degrees and I still have the air on. All right. Dexter season 2, Dexter Resurrection season 2. Now, it's possible they might even change the name of it. It might not be Dexter Resurrection anymore. They might have a different title for season 2. That's something we have to consider potentially. So I think I've covered all these in random videos. We'll kind of go back and forth with a prediction. I think season 2 will most likely start off, or almost right away start off, with Angel Batista's funeral. Makes sense. And we'll see Quinn there, Masuka, so they can get their time in. Not saying that's the last we'll see of them, but that's get them in right away. Since they name dropped her in season 1, I think we have to have Jamie Batista in there, played by Amy Garcia. That if she's not in season 2 at a quick cameo appearance at a funeral, I'll be pissed. Captain Matthews, Jeff Pearson, I hope will be there, and Tanya Martin, which Sarah Michelle Gellar, we don't know her fate of her character. I think it would be cool to like, yeah, we still know about Original Sin. Here's Tanya Martin for you guys. Since she worked with Angel Batista from the, when he was there, I feel like that could potentially happen. And then with that funeral scene, I don't know if Dexter or if Quinn and Masuka know that Dexter's alive. You think they would, with the fact that Angel had to make him alive again instead of Jim Lindsay, but we don't know. But if they do know that he's alive, I fully expect Dexter to be at that funeral along with Harrison. Then we can get a Harrison and Jamie reunion, and then we can get like the Dexter and Masuka dexterous, and Quinn just evil eyeing him. I don't know what Quinn will know right away. He might not know anything initially. So that's my first prediction. Rusty Reels, what do you got, Claudex?
I'll go there maybe here in a bit, but I think the New York Ripper, and I'm not sure if I don't think it's anything's official on that, but I think that's definitely the next season we'll explore that for sure. But I'm not sure I don't know if that'll be the main, the main plot throughout the season. And I still think that and what do you think about this? Like, I'm thinking that they're going to do a road trip. And I say Dexter, I think, is at least going to hunt some of those serial killers down, and then maybe come back to New York, wrap things up.
It's very possible. I think that the New York Ripper storyline is going to be the main focal point of the season. Everybody thinks that Quinn will be on Dexter's ass. They just did that with Batista. I think they're going to hold off on. I think we'll see Quinn, but it's not. I think what they're going to do is split time between New York and then show like a scene or two from Miami Metro of maybe Quinn and Masuka doing some work trying to figure out, like, why was he investigating the Bay Harbor Butcher stuff? That case has been closed. Obviously, Claudette can name drop the name of Dexter Morgan to him, which will make him very suspicious. But I don't think him coming after Dexter will happen in season 2. It might happen towards the end of season 2 to give us something to look forward to in season 3. What do you think about that idea?
As far as the Ripper or Quinn coming after him?
Yeah, with Quinn coming after him, but not being the main focal point of the season, like everybody seems to think that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but as you were talking it out, it is a lot like Batista, and I'm just wondering if they go a different direction. But I never know with this show, though. It's like I said, had a lot of expectations this past season on the serial killers, and they kind of did it a different way. And on that too, maybe next season they'll have more episodes. I felt like there was a lot of story that could have happened that didn't happen. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they do what they did with, it would be identical to what they did with Batista, right? If he came at the end of the season and something happened, I think almost anybody that comes across or figures out that who Dexter is, it doesn't end very well for them, right?
Yeah, they're gonna die because of a plot convenience.
And that
Something's
would be
gonna
the same
intervene,
thing over
and
again.
yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Don't know for sure yet. Tying, I was gonna say something. Now I completely forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it,
My
brain
bad.
fog. Oh, that's okay.
I'm curious in the comments what do you guys are thinking about it?
Oh, I want to get everybody. So you mentioned if they add another couple episodes, everybody that's in the chat or watching this on the playback or the VOD, however you want to call it, how many episodes do you think Dexter Resurrection season 2 should be? I like 10 episodes, but then they have to kind of rush stuff at the end. But everybody just leave a comment with how many episodes that you want it to be. Let's see. I think I read that. Yes. I subbed. Thank you. Right on, Bubs. Episode 1 of season 2 would make sense to include a funeral similar to Yellow Jacket's season 3 opening. Okay. I agree. Fans love the Cranston rumor. Cranston season 2 rumor. I don't think they're going to get Bryan Cranston because he's busy with that Judge show, but maybe. New York Ripper gets released from the faulty police procedure. Possibly. I'll talk more about that in a second here. Well, maybe not a second. I'm all for Killer Road Trip. Give us a reason, or give us a season of one of the only good parts from season 6 with Nebraska. Yeah, actually, with season 6, I think the first episode of Dexter going back to his high school class reunion, I kind of like that episode. It's one of the bright spots for me in season 6. If you remember that episode, Rusty Reels, you might not. I know you're not a complete Dexter fanatic like I am, but
Yeah, I've watched it all. I just I don't always remember like all the characters and names and things like that.
Because in my high school days, I was kind of like the guy that didn't have a lot of friends and was kind of quiet because I was a late bloomer. Like right now, I'm 6'3.5". When I was in high school, graduating, I was 5'7". So it wasn't like I was necessarily shy. I just didn't go out of my way to like talk to people that often. So, and then when I went to my high school class reunion in 2003 and 2018, I just aged myself. People are like, wow, the alcohol helps too. But, I'm on the dance floor, dancing with some people that were like the popular girls in school. And Dexter was like Mr. Popular at that class reunion. And he was like me in high school. So
what season was that? An episode?
that was season 6, the premiere of season 6. He kills the quarterback because he killed his ex-wife. I'm sure Crazy Kaufman knows his name right off the top of the here. 12 episodes, Crazy Kaufman. Brad says it should be 12, but it likely stays at 10. The reunion episode is fun. Hammer time. I like that one. That almost made my top 15 favorite episodes of Dexter, but I can't put season 6 on there. He also gets with the classmate. Yeah, I haven't done my love interest video yet because there's somebody in my comment section that doesn't like when I say the word females. And then I've kind of held off on like doing that because I don't want to make anybody like, yo, you're just checking out the females. I'm a guy. I don't count a one-day thing as a relationship. So his head from her doesn't count. Well, it counts to a degree, but not for a relationship here. So I like 10 episodes. I already said that. The more Dexter we get, though, the better. As long as they can afford the people that they want to bring in, which there might be a lot of cameos in this season. So that will remain to be seen here. So let's go to my next thing here. We talked about the road trip scenario. I mentioned on here, Dexter going to find Al Jolly in Wisconsin. Or if they do bring back Uma Thurman's character, Charlie, connecting with Al Jolly and telling him, hey, there's another dinner party. Come back to New York City. Whatever it is, and then he comes back so Dexter can take him out. I don't know if she's even going to be in the second season. She may not, and I'm thinking she won't be. There's a baby fly flying around here that just caught my eye. And if he does go to Wisconsin, road trip style, I think he takes out Al Jolly, and he eventually sees Lumen Pierce again. What do you think about the return of Lumen Pierce since she's up in the Midwest?
Yeah, no, it's possible. I still think Hannah's coming back. To be honest, I just
Hannah's dead.
No,
She's
I don't
dead.
think.
She died of pancreatic cancer.
Oh, that come on.
Dexter
No.
New Blood, episode 2, Storm of Fuck. She dies of pancreatic. Well, Harrison tells Dexter she dies of cancer. Since you mentioned Hannah McKay, so I think Harrison. I'll go first. That way I can get something else here that I don't just repeat what you said. I think Harrison is going to experience some sort of trauma in this season. Not sure what happens, but to cope with the trauma, Harrison has conversations with Ghost Hannah. I think I mentioned that in a video or a stream already, but I think that's going to happen. I don't recall this specific detail in Rusty Reels. You might not recall it as well. Didn't Dexter and Dexter New Blood tell Harrison that he talks to Deb? I want to say he did, but if he hasn't yet, they might have a conversation. And he's like, I talk to Harry, even though he's not there, or I talk to Deb sometimes. And then that'll make Harrison want to talk to somebody. Could be Rita, but I don't feel like it would make sense if Rita and Harrison talk because she's his mom, but he's never ever. Now it's going to be if Harrison talks to somebody that's not there, it's going to be Hannah McKay. I guarantee it. Or it's somebody that dies that he talks to in Dexter Resurrection. Is that how you think Hannah's still alive? Is that what you're leaning towards?
I do. I just like I said, I don't know if you recall this or not, but the New Blood, I really thought by the end of it, it was going to be revealed that Harrison actually killed her. I didn't know whether they were going to go take his character just because he just like nonchalantly was like, oh, she's dead and, moved on. So I still think maybe he said that for a certain reason to kind of hide it from Dexter. And so that's why I think she'll still come back. But
I mean, I won't complain, but I think it's not likely that Hannah comes back as a live character. She'll be Ghost Hannah. But hey, if they bring back Yvonne Strahovski, I will not complain. Whatever way they bring her back.
It kind of ties into my overarching theory on where I think they're going to go with the next couple seasons. Of course, I was completely wrong on the what they did with the serial killers this season because I thought they were going to carry that at least 2. But and again, it kind of gets into a lot of the fan theories. But I think something will happen to Harrison by the 3rd season. Kind of maybe not as bad as like Rita, but I think something. And it may tie into to Gigi. And again, I don't know. There's that rumor out there that it's Aleva, New York Ripper is tied to Gigi. But I think something with that relationship, why maybe Dexter's on a road trip or away, that brings Dexter back to New York City. But I don't necessarily think Harrison will die next season. But I think it's going to build up to that. And so I think if something bad happens to Harrison eventually, like it did with Rita, maybe not death, but maybe something almost as bad, that maybe Hannah or somebody, Illumin, will come back to help Dexter to kind of bring things full circle. And I like the idea of is it Jonah Mitchell coming back as well too, because that kind of brings the whole Trinity story full circle as well too. If Jonah actually does something to Harrison, like by the 3rd season. So I like that thought as well too, to kind of wrap the story back to one of the greatest villains.
The greatest villain. If you watch my ranking of my villains,
I agree.
Can't remember if you watched that or not. I think you watched it, but maybe you didn't. But yeah, I do think Harrison's going to die at some point. I don't know because everybody around Dexter dies, so Harrison's going to die at some point. But that might not happen this season. But it's something that I put on here. I put in the notes. It's possible Harrison dies, and that will make Dexter potentially snap and just start a killing spree where he's actually the antagonist, because he's not the antagonist right now because he didn't kill Angel Batista, which I thought they were going to make him do, which would have made me pissed. But it's like, we've been partners before. Maybe we can be partners again. Choke Dexter out. Angel, what are you doing?
Yeah, because I'm hoping they don't do like where Harrison kind of becomes takes the dark passenger and he becomes more of an antagonist. But I think in your last live stream I think I asked everybody like, what would you like to see? And I don't know, eventually I could see this resurrection maybe going a few seasons. I don't think it'll be like a 9 season or something, 10 season, but I don't know. Eventually I think the answer is maybe Dexter does die. But will people accept if Harrison takes over? I don't think so. But just because all the hate, but I think people like him better now.
Yeah, but we can go back to hating him as quick as we liked him.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I don't. They've already had Dexter kind of go off with nobody. They've already had him die, so now he's not going to die. He's going to live. It's just what kind of ending? A Dexter happy ending? Is that possible? I think they could. I think they could consider it. You probably heard the rumor that this is right now. It's 3 seasons, and then we'll see, sort of thing. So, I mean, as long as we get the quality. I mean, I know there's a lot of plot conveniences with new. I was going to say New Blood, with Resurrection, but if they can get all those plot conveniences out of the way and not have people that come into Dexter's path get killed by random people that just show up, I think it's still like I enjoy it a lot. Like I ranked it 3rd on my seasons ranked. Some people think that's crazy. Like you have it ahead of the original season. For now, it's recency bias, but I really liked season 1 of Resurrection. So I don't know how it did on my channel. My New Blood videos were pretty consistent. I had a really good video to start and a really good video to finish, and then a couple of videos with 200 views, 500 views, 700 views. So let's see. I'll catch up on the chat now. He also randomly gets with classmate. Yeah, I read that. Walker. Was that the guy's name, the football player? Might have been. We could have used a couple more episodes of either Mia, Gareth, number 2, or Batista. Yep, okay. Absolutely. An episode of Dexter and Batista alive in the vault together would have been great. TV, though, absolutely. I wish they wouldn't have done that. I mean, Angel, they obviously made Angel a moron. After that episode where he's in the car with Dexter, like that was such a great episode, course correction. And then they made him an idiot after that. Like, I mean, he made mistakes before, but then they made him like I don't know. I don't get him. Whatever. They killed Angel off. It's over and done with now, unless the floor was really cold and he's alive. But he slaved there in that last episode for a while. So copy Breaking Bad's homework for a finale, in my opinion. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's very true. Dexter loses his mind and is committed to Casa Tranquila. We'll see. All right. What else do I got here? We might have covered everything already in detail. So I already mentioned that the main plot, I think, will be the whole New York Ripper thing. And I don't think that Don Frampton is his real name. What his real name is, don't know. I think it's a code name that he uses for his files, maybe. And that his name is something else. That way we don't know who it is right away when the character gets introduced. And then I say on here, Quinn might be coming for Dexter at the end of the season, but not a big focal point. We'll see him probably more than we saw him in this season, this most recent season, but we won't see him like every episode in New York. He'll be in Miami, maybe try to put pieces together, the Bay Harbor Butcher case with Masuka. Then I got here, Gigi or Elsa will die. That's why Harrison has trauma, and making Harrison experience more trauma and to cope with the trauma, he gets in touch with Ghost Hannah. I think that's a possibility. I think we'll see Gigi again. I hope we see her again. That'd be kind of lame. She's like helping him live somewhere, and then he just kind of, all right, you don't want to kiss me? I'm done with you, and we don't see her again. That would be bad. And then I think the last thing I have on my list, and then we'll finish off with what you have to say, is that Claudette Wallace will do all the work while Melvin Oliva just follows her around and does really nothing, and then tries to point her in different directions, and she just ignores him listening to her Staying Alive. I'm sorry, that dumb song.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did you feel like with let's talk about Claudette. Can we? Okay. I want to talk about her. No, I honestly, I troll like Cody and whoever with it, but I don't know. I felt like it was almost like a rewrite or something happened because of, and I agree with Cody. It was kind of goofy on how they did, they showed her at the very beginning. And, but I noticed like if you watched her in the middle of the season, like around when Batista came around, I felt like something changed or the writing changed. Maybe they cut something out and then they threw in the thing with her dancing at the end. I almost felt like there were rewrites or something with her. What do you think?
I don't know, but that scene of her dancing was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. maybe in a TV show. I did not like it at all. I know it's something that you kind of enjoyed, but I was just like, what is this crap?
I knew it was it was a troll, and I'm just like, I get back to the rewrite. I felt like maybe that's something they threw in or filmed later on, just because of like I don't know. I didn't hear anything about reshoots, but it's just setting. I felt like at the beginning of the season they set her up as somebody that I thought they were going to take the story of. She had a similar event that happened to where she may be connected, kind of, to a killer, kind of like with
Born in
Dexter's
Blood.
upbringing. Yeah, Born in Blood. I thought that's where they were going, and I thought she was going to be either an adversary or connect with him, with Dexter at some point, and it didn't go there, and that's fine. But then it just felt like something shifted, even in the episodes on like where they I can't remember if it was 6 or 7 where they finally connected. It may be even earlier than that in the season, in the lecture hall.
I think it was episode 7.
Okay.
Because that Dexter goes back home and sees Blessing and Batista dance, and then the whole car scene, which was amazing. That was good stuff.
I was hoping they were going to connect there, and then after that, it just like her character just seemed different from that point. But which is interesting because I think it's after. I know it's after Dexter was telling her about what the weapon was. I felt like her personality kind of shifted in the show, my opinion. But
it's very possible that they did add some of the scenes in later because it seemed kind of like random to me. Like, why? What is going on here? I don't. It's like the "Staying Alive" song is like a trigger for her. That might be she experienced like it's trauma, but it's not trauma to her or something like. I don't know. It's something to do with something's going to be explained about that song and why she likes it so much. But now I can't stand the song as a song in general. Like I don't like to hear it ever again on the show, or if it's playing on a video or something, I get annoyed. But that's just me.
I don't know if they'll explore that more. Or I'm assuming she'll still be in the show, maybe with a larger role. But I don't know at this point. And thinking about her, and then we were just talking about Gigi. Oh, there were several characters where there were like red herrings, and do you remember any? Like I said, I've watched every single season. I don't remember them as well as you do, but I don't remember any season where they had as many like red herrings and things like that with so many characters. Do you? And that made this season interesting to me, but I just don't remember that type of setup in other seasons.
Tony Tucci was a red herring for a couple episodes. He was in the first season. The guy that got his leg amputated. The actress recently passed away in the past year. I remember that one. Season 2 wasn't really Lila was essentially the villain in season 2. Dokes is more the not antagonist, but brain fog. I hate this when this happens. I used to not be like this. Cognitive decline. Season 3, we knew Miguel was bad. Then we had the idiot Skinner character. Season 4, Trinity, and more Trinity. Season 5, the Barrel Girl season. Season 6, they led you to believe that Professor Geller was the Doomsday Killer and Travis was just following orders. And it was pretty obvious to me that it was Travis Marshall all along, but it took a couple people extra time to find that. Not Cody, though. He's like, I knew that from the second nobody was looking at him when they were talking to Travis Marshall. Season 7 was Isaac Serco, and then like the George from the strip club was kind of like the last, and Hannah was kind of a villain too, but no red herrings. And then season 8, we didn't really know anything about the brain surgeon. They showed some like some of the killers, some of the guys that the guy killed, like them doing things, and then they didn't turn out to be anything. That finally Oliver Saxon was finally revealed as the killer when he killed Cassie, and then he killed Zach Hamilton and Evelyn Vogel, no particular order. Oliver Saxon is a hated villain on the show, and he really killed a bunch of people that had some importance to the show. People think he's bad. I mean, yeah, he had dumb facial expressions sometimes, but I think Saxon was actually a good villain. I'm going to catch up here on the chat here. The Ripper plot will be interesting since Claudette should have him dead to rights if there are photos included, unless they're from years ago, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. I got to touch on something else now I just thought about. Road trip to Madison, Wisconsin to see me. Dexter fakes and his photograph to find Al is in Minneapolis. Okay. I could see it happening. The last shot I had with the dance scene was she was about to leave, and it gave her another convenient reason to be there for the alarms. Yeah. Plot convenience. Dexter goes to 382 Norma Drive, sees Lumen help parents for doctor visit, finds Rapunzel, L, mode, repairs M99, and then him in his park. Probably. Jacket length thing never amounted to anything. I guess it was just to remind us repeatedly of her personality type. Yeah, she like notices things, I guess. Bear with me here. My eye is not cooperating right with me. I'm fine though. Just have to keep rubbing it. Do you think there'll be a time skip in season 2?
I don't think so. I think it'll. I like your theory about that, just picking up with the funeral and then the road trip. So I don't see a reason.
Angel definitely has to get his bench dedication at Miami. I could see them having a time skip after the funeral, and then we have Gigi as a forensic and Harrison as a detective. Or a cop, at least. I hope it doesn't, because that's a lot of stuff that we miss. And then, like, what were these characters doing? It's a gap, but I could see them just putting Harrison in a law enforcement role right away. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it's certainly something that I would put it past them to do. So, yeah. Oh, wait. There's more stuff in here that I didn't see. My chats aren't loading right for some reason. Okay, I read that. Staying alive activates her spidey senses. The billionaire from New Blood was a red herring. Oh yeah, that's right, Ed Olson from Dexter New Blood. I hadn't got to New Blood yet. I stopped at season 8 because I try to forget about New Blood. I freaking hate that season. It was actually hard for me not to put New Blood in last place for the seasons ranked. Like I thought about it. I'm like, it does have a couple really cool episodes, but like the rest of it is just dog shit. But then I don't really like season 6 at all. Like I don't like the villain. I don't like Kurt Caldwell is a better villain than Travis Marshall. Although he didn't amount to anything. Like his son's like, my dad is gonna, and Kurt Caldwell really didn't do shit. He's scared of women and wants them to run away before he shoots them. So yeah, it was an awful villain. Maybe we'll see Ed Olson again someday. Ed Olson was not at Prater's Gala. Yeah, he wasn't. Or Original Sin. Yeah, I forgot about Original Sin. I hadn't got to that yet. Yeah, Clark was very suspicious. Clark Sanders, the uniform cop, was really suspicious. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't really amount to any other than, Dexter knew his secret. And that was kind of it. Maybe we'll see Clark again.
But this season was like 7 to 10 people that had red herrings going on.
Yeah, I've got
just random shit.
I have to watch Original Sin again because it's like almost out of my mind at this point with all the other Dexter stuff that's going on and all like the catching up on some of the old episodes, like season 3. I rewatched all of season 3. That's all I really rewatched, and then Dexter Resurrection stuff, and then all the videos I did. Like I think I wore myself out with Dexter content, possibly. Victor Bosco, Isaac Serco. Bro, that wasn't his bro, it was his boyfriend. I could see season 2 advancing to Harrison being enrolled in school. Yeah, I think there's going to be some kind of skip to at least progress stuff a little bit, especially if they okay, we'll do 3 seasons, but we don't know for sure what's going to happen after that. So we need to advance the story a little bit more. Yeah. So I think there'll be some sort of skip.
No, I mean that makes sense if they're really gonna stick with 3 seasons, and maybe so if they'll advance it to where, because that would kind of mirror like Dexter's development too, right? If he's becomes a crime scene investigator and maybe mirror the original show to end it.
I hope Dexter gets his old job back. That'd be cool. Well, at least in New York, maybe he'll go back to Miami. I want him to go back to Miami and work at Miami Metro again.
Yeah.
Especially if everybody dies at Miami and he can just be the head of the lab and Masuka's not there because Masuka will die if he gets in Dexter's path. I think it'd be a great callback if you remember in season 2 of Dexter. As Dexter says, when Masuka's like, we got a break in the Bay Harbor Butcher case, He's like, what? The algae. And then Dexter's narration says something to the degree of Vince Masuka will not be the one that takes me down. I refuse to let Vince Masuka be the one that takes me down. So I think it'd be funny if in the end Masuka is the one that takes Dexter down. But I don't think he's gonna. If he gets taken down, they're gonna let him off and be like, you know what? You kill bad people. So here's what we want you to do. We want you to work with us, find the people, and take them out. Who can forget handsome Tony Ferrar? I can't remember how to pronounce the name of that character. Yeah, like Original Sin, even though we just watched it this year, is almost completely out of my memory. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Scott Reynolds acted surprised that Blessing came across as a red herring. They did give him a background of killing, though. Yeah, I didn't think he was a killer. I should say, I didn't think he was the New York Ripper at all. I was pretty confident about that. Just on what I know. Yeah, that's a good point of Blessing. What any predictions with Blessing in season 2 at all?
Yeah, I think I may have said this last week, but I think he'll probably figure out what Dexter does, and that'll be a conflict in next season. What about you?
Give me a second here.
Yeah. No, I mean, I mean, that's a good point about the red herrings with him, because it wasn't just him dropping that he was killing people before. There were some anger issues in a couple episodes, and even more than that probably. And so it was definitely suspicious, but there was a lot of that going on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure like Blessing's role in season 2 will be. I think they might have a conversation about they're actually like, I kill people. I think that's possible. And then Dexter, you kill people? Yeah, I've killed many people over the years. Lots of them. In fact, I've killed 144 people or something like that. If that conversation does happen, Blessing's days are numbered, though. I think that might be something that puts Dexter over the edge. Yeah,
that'll be pretty hard on him too. So since he doesn't fit the code, but
well,
you're moving us around a lot.
Yeah, I'm messing around with the settings now for some reason. I got a special guest join us. No, I'm just kidding. There's nobody in backstage. I'm just playing around with the settings. All right. I already read that. Blessing was a plot device for Dexter to find an apartment and reconcile with Harrison. I don't feel like he really needed Blessing for all that, but I guess it's possible. Prudence's cat hiding diamonds. Yeah, there's something strange about those cats. I thought that was going to be a bigger thing, but it didn't amount to anything yet. Just a red herring, essentially. The cats. He wasn't the strongest character for me, but I imagine he'll return next season. Well, I think he'll return now. I don't know what his role will be. Maybe he won't be used anymore. People are saying that he wasn't used in the finale. Blessing was in the finale at the end. It might have been archived footage, though, but he was, when Dexter was on the boat doing his speech, they showed Blessing with his family, like, happy and stuff. I'm surprised Cody even mentioned that. Like, yeah, he wasn't even used in the finale. Well, he was in the finale.
Yeah, and I mean, that was weird in the finale because there's like they don't, I mean, between the vault, the downstairs area and Prater's place, and then the Gigi's the bedroom that they're in, that's about it. There wasn't much to that episode at all. So really grounded.
Just focused on the vault for the most part. The vault and the stupid gala, which I thought didn't really do anything. And everybody, there's this talk that the New York Ripper is in a wheelchair. I don't think so. I think this guy, the person that they're going to make the New York Ripper, is going to be a strong adversary for Dexter. Why he hasn't killed for a while, we don't know. But I don't think he's going to be in a wheelchair. Could be, but I don't know. If he was going to be in a wheelchair, they would have showed it in that finale, I want to say.
I don't know. I like that idea. It's kind of like from was it Unbreakable, like Mr. Glass? Like maybe intellectually he'll be Dexter's equivalent. I mean, or to outsmart him. I don't know. That's interesting.
I feel like he needs to kind of fight with Dexter, and they already had Prater, which he's obviously a lot shorter than Dexter, so they couldn't have him and Dexter go one-on-one. So I feel like if they have a guy that's in a wheelchair or a female, who knows? I feel like they wouldn't do that again. But if it's
like Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty, I mean, it could work. I mean, there's other ways to affect him without actually physically.
That's true. That is true. I just feel like there needs to be like kind of a one-on-one matchup, fighting with somebody. But
what it could be is like we were talking about. I mean, somebody that a blessing, or probably not Harrison yet, but maybe setting up to where Dexter has to make some hard choices between loved ones, losing them. It's been used a lot. I mean, especially in the Marvel movies, but in a lot of stuff. But maybe that's what happens. But I don't know. I like that idea. I still like the idea of Cranston as well too. But we'll see.
If Cranston the show will go crazy if Bryan Cranston gets on it. But I think he's too busy for Dexter. But hey, I'm all for it. I kind of want hoping a villain will last past the first season. Like the only real villain that's lasted past the season was Hannah McKay, which she's not really a full-fledged villain. Maybe to Dev she's a villain, but obviously to Dexter it's hot blonde, So I want to see a villain that like outsmarts Dexter and lasts past the season that they're on. But I don't know if it'll ever happen. Should though. When talking about Deb and Harrison, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Did you see the widescreen on the yacht window below Dexter? No, I haven't gone back to rewatch it yet. That part, at least. Well, I have watched it twice. The first time was skimming through it and listening to Russian after our stream that night. That's when I watched the episode for the first time. But I didn't catch the person at the shadow, apparently. Blessing was also the flip side to Dexter and Harrison. Blessing and his daughter will be closer by ignoring his previous darkness. Dexter and Harrison are closer for embracing it. Yeah, I agree. The New York Ripper is Hector Salamanca. Ooh, that would be good. That would be really good. Unfortunately, the actor died. So if they have a younger version of Hector Salamanca that could ring a bell, ding, ding, ding. That drove me nuts. But good evil character. You could argue that he's the best villain on Breaking Bad. I mean, Gus, kind of an anti-hero. Walter White, kind of an anti-hero. Hector Salamanca, there's nothing you like about him. Just a good villain, but annoying. His usual quote. It's me bringing up Hannah and him bringing on Anton. I don't know how to pronounce Sigurd. I can't pronounce it. The guy from No Country for Old Men and is that no? That's Javier. I don't remember. Thinking of something else now.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, is that the guy that's in No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
Who is Anton? Or is that the character's name? I think that's the character name in No Country for Old Men.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
The actor's Javier.
Okay. Yep, I can do that. Yeah, he's in Skyfall. I prefer a villain who is more of an unknown actor. Clearly, the big bad always dies, but it feels way more obvious when it's a star. Yeah, I mean, the brain surgeon wasn't a big star. I can't tell you his name is weird, and I can barely pronounce my own name, let alone random character names or actor names. But he wasn't big. The rest of them, Christian Carmago, Brian Moser, he wasn't, not that I know of that he wasn't big. So, but other than that, everybody else was kind of a big name or a guest star on the show.
I mean, I felt they went all out for this season, though. They had some good ones. Good stars.
I knew they wouldn't utilize a lot of those people because they were like named like during the middle of the season, like during Dexter Daily was updating people. It was like they're working on this episode, we think, and like it's too late. They'd all be introduced right away if they were going to be having a big focal point on the show. I just don't know. Like Charlie was the one they talked about a lot initially. I don't know if she's going to be in season 2 at all. She might not be at all. But who knows? Holla, Brad. Troy, the Cream McClure, a Dexter fanatic. And if you show a still of a movie, he can name it like instantly. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Should do that right now. Show a still of the movie and see if Troy can get it on the spot.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I do that while we're live? Just checking some settings here. Bear with me a second. It's like my catchphrase, bear with me. Yes, I could if I wanted to, but that's Brad's game. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to cover Dexter related, and I'm drawing a blank. I already talked about Lumen and Hannah. I don't know if we'll see Aster and Cody. I mean, if they go to Miami for the funeral, which I hope they do, it's possible that Harrison will be like, hey, let me go visit my brother or my sister. That way they could at least, hey, Aster and Cody, okay, bye. That would be the only way I think they see Esther and Cody.
Yeah. I think they're going to have to do something to kind of escalate the situation, though. Like, it's really strong season as far as the serial killer group. So I think Brad had a good idea. He said they're eventually going to have to go to out to space or something, right? They'll have the road trip, the international road trip, maybe underwater adventure, and then space. Just to
submarine full of serial killers.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Alligator to shark. Yeah.
So when do you think Claude X is going to be a thing? When is it going to come out? And when is it going to? I know you're.
It's got to be next season.
Next season, huh? Early, late, middle.
Probably by about mid to late.
Okay.
So I think when I don't know, in that scenario, like if it's Oliva and Gigi type of scenario, then that's where I think she could kind of flip to helping. If her partner is a killer, then maybe she flips. I don't know, but I still think there's more to her too, though. Like on this, I won't say the song again, but something's happened to her that's messed her up.
And the song "Staying Alive" was playing.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's weird. So
she stayed alive. She survived it.
This high Troy comment wasn't there when I read the Troy comment before. Weird. Yeah, I think I could see them really becoming a thing if Dexter actually gets hired on as a forensic for NYPD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but I mean, she has to be impressed that he figured out the weapon. So you never know. It would be cool because then he could do his blood analysis, and maybe you can have another character be a hard ass. Like, what are you doing over there, Morgan? Getting a hard on over there, Morgan? Like a Dokes character.
You think he'll have trouble becoming, or working for the police office now? Because I mean, Claudette kind of knows their situation, right? That something's up.
Yeah, but she thinks Leon Prater is behind it all. So I think they think Prater's behind it all.
Yeah, we don't know. That's a good point. What do you think's going to happen with that? I mean,
well, his fingerprints were on the gun, and Batista's laying in the vault dead. Well, not no more. They took him out, and she put the fedora on his the gurney, and Prater's gone. He's gone in the ocean. But to their knowledge, he's gone. You've got his yacht or his boat, whatever it is, yacht, boat. That's Dexter needs to get off that thing immediately because that's like gonna give it away. Like, what are you doing on Leon Prater's yacht? Where's Troy?
If Dexter goes on a road trip, how is he going to dispose of his body? What do you guys think? The bodies.
I don't know. Find a furnace somewhere and burn them.
It's just random furnaces.
I Google search where the cops will go and where your car drivers won't go in this city. I found another furnace to burn people or an incinerator.
Wisconsin, any lakes or anything like that? I don't know if that would work as good.
Oh, the Great Lakes are in Wisconsin or around Wisconsin.
Well, so you put a body in that, it'd probably melt away, right? I don't know.
Maybe. What does Troy got to say here? My season 2 predictions are kind of boring. I think they will leave most of Miami behind, and since it's kind of going back to basics, they will use the files, which are just established by the books. Okay. Yeah, I think that might be something that they actually go. Like, I don't think, like, everybody's like, oh, Quinn's going to be on Dexter's ass. I don't think so. They might show him a few times in Miami, like, trying to, like, what was Angel doing and, like, trying to put things together. But I don't know. That might be a season 3 thing where he actually comes after Dexter. Or it happens late in season 2 to, okay, where we just had a big cliffhanger ending, and then they'll go full board with it. But it's repeating the same thing if they do it over again right away. Furnace in Minneapolis. He wants the legendary Crazy Kaufman is obsessed with Lubin Pierce. So Julia Stiles needs to come back. Julia Stiles, if you're watching this stream, come back to Dexter. You need to come back. There needs to be closure on your character. You need to end up on Dexter's table or with Dexter, which he already left him before. So I don't think you get another chance, in my opinion. He does seem talented at finding fires. Very true. I can imagine that. Claudette's saying, do you have an erection? Is that judgmental ass tone and dead stare at his crotch, LOL? Claudette, that's what he wants.
Does she have the headphones on when that happens? Or
probably. Probably listen to Staying Alive. Quinn finding Angel's Bay Harbor Butcher notes would be a great moment. Yeah, or finding if he goes through Batista's phone. I can't remember the recordings that he has in there where he essentially was Frank Lundy for season Resurrection. Instead of a recorder, he's recording memos on his phone. That's what I like to do. I don't like to write notes. I like to record messages to myself. Maybe a hog farm too.
Is this a Hannibal reference?
The hog farm?
Mm-hmm. It's like from the first season of Hannibal.
I'm stuck on Hannibal right now. I've watched. I think the show is really good, and like really good for a show that was on network television. But for some reason, I fall asleep during like almost all the episodes. So I'm. Last time I remember, which was about 6 months ago, I was on season 2, episode 10 or 11. So I've watched the entire first season. I doze off and then I go back and I doze off again. I go back. I don't know what it is. I need to watch shows in my room, I think, where I, for some reason, could stay awake better. I don't know what it is about me going in my living room and dozing. Maybe my furniture is too comfy. Do we think Dexter took Batista's phone or left it in the vault? That's a good question. I hope he took it with him because otherwise it's not going to be good for the call from Harrison will be on there. Or the calls to and from Harrison. I can't remember. Did Harrison call him or did he just call Harrison? Regardless of the fact, the calls will be on there. Or they can trace it. The phone, they still have the phone records. They can get the phone records regardless. So he texted and called Harrison recently, so I assume he took it. I would hope so. I don't like that they killed Batista off. It's like it was an impactful episode, but I feel like it was kind of rushed. But if they have something better that they're cooking, fine. So I think we got all the Dexter stuff out of the way, which went an hour. Well, we talked about their stuff. Let me just take a look at my little note here to make sure I didn't forget about anything. And obviously, these predictions are very early predictions. I'm sure I'll do like 10 more prediction videos at some point to really try to predict the season because people like prediction videos. But I don't think the New York Ripper will actually be Dom Framps. It'll be somebody else. Like the name will be different. Who knows? So I guess the chat can kind of open discussion now. Rusty Reels, you see a lot of movies. What are your 3 most anticipated movies for the rest of 2025?
Oh, man.
If you wanted to think about it for a second, I can start talking for a few more minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to watch everything. I'm not keeping up with it. So, just trying to see what else. Probably Avatar is going to be on there, and I enjoy those movies. What about you guys? And Black Phone 2, that's another one that's on my list. So,
Black Phone 2 looks intriguing, but I have a feeling all the good parts are in the trailer. We shall see. I might try to go see Black Phone 2. I am also intrigued by the Smashing Machine. Is that one that's on your radar?
Mm-hmm.
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson plays a UFC fighter.
Yeah, I got you.
It might win it's possible that it might win an Oscar based on what I'm hearing.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. And then I did see a report saying with a negative review, but it may have been like IGN or something, and they're all over the place. So yeah. If you would have said the Rock's new movie, I would have got you, because it did look like he had an amazing transformation for that. He's playing an MMA fighter, right?
Yeah, that's as big as I am into MMA. I think the guy was on a bunch of drugs and they caught him or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of before my MMA time, but something to do with that. And it's another movie with Emily Blunt. He loves being in movies with Emily Blunt, but it could be good. I am a fan of him as a wrestler. He's entertaining. Acting wise, his acting roles are usually bad movies other than Fast and the Furious movies. So we'll see if that's good. Are we getting more chats here? Yeah,
we've got some good ones up in the chat. But yeah, I mean, horror movie wise, for sure, Black Phone 2 is probably one of the standouts. But I can't, I'm not like Cody, like where he doesn't watch the trailers mostly, and I tend to watch the trailers, and I don't know. I did it again this week watching The Long Walk. I watched more. I think there's a new trailer for the Black Phone 2, and um, I won't say too much, but I feel like they're giving away a lot in the Black Phone 2 on what's going on, and I wish I wouldn't have watched it, but I'm back. I enjoy watching trailers at the same time, but then later I'll complain that they gave away like most of the movie. So
Most of the time, I know spoilers going into this stuff, like Scream. It's only a matter of time before I know who the killers are in Scream 7. I hope I don't, but I feel like one of them's kind of obvious already. But mm, we'll see. Brad says more Batista would have been nice. We needed more scenes like the end of episode 7. 100% agree. That should have played out more. It's like they hit the fast forward button on the end of Breaking Bad with Ozymandias and Felicia. What's the ending? The last episode of Breaking Bad, is it Felicia? I think that's the episode title, Felicia. Might be wrong on that. Of course, me personally, I'm a season 4 fan of Breaking Bad. I love season 4. I think that's Dexter season 4, Breaking Bad season 4 are two of the best seasons of television, in my opinion. And if you ask me which one I like better, that's like asking me which kid I want to get rid of, which I don't have any kids, but I can't. Dexter's my favorite show right now, so maybe I pick Dexter. But man, Breaking Bad season 4, that ending, you've seen all of Breaking Bad, right?
I have actually I got up to the last season, and for some reason I never finished it, but I have watched the rest of it and Better Call Saul. I think I did the same thing with that. Never did finish them, and I don't know why. They're excellent shows.
You got to finish watching Breaking Bad. Oh my lord! I bug a coworker of mine, Katie, who loved Breaking Bad, watched the first 4 seasons of Breaking Bad, and then has never went to watch the 5th season. So I tried everything that I could to get her to watch it.
Yeah.
I've told her spoilers. I've made shit up about it, and I bug her like at least once a week, if not every day. Did you watch any Breaking Bad last night? No, but I watched season 4 of American Horror Story. But what about Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
It's been 10 years of me pestering her to watch Breaking Bad, finish watching Breaking Bad. So
No, I'm the same way. That's it's just like taste on the shows because like I'm weird about those. I hate to say that Breaking Bad was a slow burn, but like I'm more of the American Horror Story myself or Alien Earth, and I'll those type of shows and horror shows, or I will binge. I'll knock them out real fast. But the ones that I know that are really good, it's kind of like a fine wine, right? Like I'm more of a chugging beer type of movie watcher. I enjoy those, but that's why like right now it's hard for me to shows like that. I know they're really good, but it takes time for me to sit down and to watch them. But when I do, same thing with Better Call Saul. That was an excellent show, but it took me forever to come back to it and finish it. So
I'm actually going to take a clip of the stream and send it to her at some point. So I want everybody in the chat to tell Rusty Reels and Katie to finish watching Breaking Bad. It's the most amazing show ever. Although it's not my favorite show, it's on my Mount Rushmore, which in my opinion, there's 5 shows on Mount Rushmore: Dexter, Lost, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. You might not agree with me, but if we all share the same opinion, well, then I wouldn't need to do streams or talk about things.
Yeah. I really enjoyed The Walking Dead as well too. Now we're switching over to TV shows, but I enjoyed The Walking Dead. But I will tell you, like after the main series, I pretty much I figured out you can go on YouTube and find a guy that will summarize the entire season in like 10 minutes. And so that's what I started doing on those shows instead of watching every single episode. But I did really enjoy the main series for Walking Dead.
I was a fanatic. I still am a Walking Dead fanatic. Like I watch all the episodes. I eventually watched World Beyond, and that got a lot of hate, and I kind of liked it, which was surprising because I thought I would hate it. I heard comments like it's woke as hell, it's this and this, and there's some of that, but it's not that bad. Like I surprisingly really enjoyed the World Beyond. Like the first couple episodes were dumb and slow, but after that, I really was. I'll say it. I was actually really into World Beyond, which wasn't expecting to be, but I was.
I was interested where they were going to go on the world building with that. I think it was kind of, from what I understand, like skipping back to the other shows, like I can't remember if it was the New World Order or what the the organization with like the white troops or whatever.
Oh, the CRM,
Okay, it's been a while
Civic
since I watched
Republic.
it. Yeah, yeah, because I didn't know, as far as tying back, that was before, the show with Rick came back out and McCone. But so I don't know. Yeah, I was, again, it's kind of like back to Dexter too. Like I was hoping for more than there was, but again, kind of like just have to set your expectations instead of wild thoughts on where they would go to connect everything.
I really liked the Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, the return of Rick and Michonne to the Walking Dead universe. Mm-hmm. They wasted Terry O'Quinn in that show, though, or that season.
What I liked about the original series though was like really following the comics, and so like when those characters were introduced, it was just like really exciting to see that, and it kind of trailed off later on where they broke away from the comics a little bit more.
Bear with me here. I'm trying to type in the chat something. Apparently, I can't type in chat at the same time. So there you have it. Anybody that hasn't finished Breaking Bad, finish watching Breaking Bad immediately. I'm gonna catch up on the chat here, and then we'll go back to talk about The Walking Dead a little bit here. Where Batista? I already read that. Black Phone 2, Predator, Badlands, him. Okay, I probably will check out Black Phone 2. Don't know about Predator.
Yeah, him will be next weekend. That'll be the big one.
Is that a Jordan Peele movie?
He produced it. It's a different director.
Okay. IGN, whether it's good or bad, it'll get a 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah, they're all over the place. I used to go to that site every day, but
perhaps Shelby Oaks will be good.
Yeah, I know Cody went to the premiere. That was Chris Stuckman's movie. He was somehow involved, but I haven't seen it. I'm taking away your thunder there, but you heard more of the conversation with Cody Leach the other day. So I don't know. I don't think that movie comes out until maybe November. I have to double check that, but I'm excited about it. I haven't seen him post anything about it, or I'm not sure if they can because it was the way that it was premiered, but.
Doesn't it come out today?
No, Shelby Oaks, no.
I thought it did because he saw it Wednesday. Maybe not.
He went to a New York premiere, I think, right?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It comes out on October 24th.
I thought it came out sooner. Yep, I guess so. Okay. I thought it was going to come out sooner than that, but yeah, I'm not a super big fan of Chris Stuckman. But I'll certainly check it out, I think, if I can see it on. Apparently, I don't like to leave my house that much anymore. Because the amount of times I left the house this year have been like really small.
Yep.
I can do everything delivery wise, have Walmart deliver my groceries and do everything. So it saves me money. But go ahead with what you're saying.
No, I was just gonna say I think I've told you this too. It's like I pretty much listen to Cody Leach. I've listened to like 4 or 5 other people, but he's the one that I really like his style and how he delivers. So. I haven't checked out Chris Stuckman, but he's definitely popped up on the feed, and I don't listen to like Jeremy Johns or any of them. But
I don't subscribe to Jeremy Johns or Chris Stuckman. I will watch Jeremy Johns videos occasionally. They're kind of quick though. Like I like somebody that will talk about something for a while and not like quick thoughts. That's kind of a Jeremy Johns thing. Stuckman to me is like everybody has their own style. And I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect when it comes to YouTube stuff. Chris Stuckman seems kind of boring to me. Maybe that's changed from what I've watched of Chris Stuckman. He's just kind of doesn't make anything sound really exciting. But again, that's just me saying shit. Maybe I'm wrong, but
that's what I probably need to do. I'm the same way. I mean, I'm better at the editing, but I mean, it's like some of and it's a different style, and I enjoy watching a little bit of it. Some of them just they get on and yell. There's several new ones that I've seen pop up that they just kind of get up there and yell, and they're excited, and I guess people like that. But I don't know.
I think there's a happy medium. You don't need to be like robotic, and you don't need to be super enthused. You need to find that happy medium, and I feel like Cody Leach has the happy medium for me. A lot of Sean Chandler to me has the happy medium too. And I like to imitate Sean. You're familiar with Sean. I know that too. Let's see if I do a good Sean impersonation. Okay. But the movie just has a little clunkiness to it. I didn't really like it that much, but I'll channel Sean Chandler all the time. And I used to be a lot better with like mimicking the things that he said. And I've kind of fallen off where I'm not like finishing his videos, like I'm watching some of it and then turning it off. But he's fun to imitate. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But Alien Earth is fun though, but damn, does the Xeno look classic as hell and has some dumbass characters.
That's your main criticism of that.
T. Parker Evans is starring in that. Well, he was. I think he might have died already on the show, but there's a character that looks like our co-host T. Parker Evans on that show. We talked about that I think the last stream, or maybe you weren't on yet. But there's a character that looks exactly like T. Parker Evans on there.
Yeah, there was a. Was it? I can't remember if it's Toodles. Brad would know. He can sound off in the. I'm actually not sure. I can't think of. I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of the character's name. You know, maybe
I have no idea who the character is. I just know it's not Timothy Olyphant's character. I know that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he got his face melted. So yeah, T Parker. If that's T Parker, then yeah, he got his face melted. No. I don't spoiler. Hopefully that didn't ruin anybody's.
I don't mind spoilers, but I hadn't seen it yet. I'm only up to episode 4.
Oh, sorry.
4 will be the next one I watch if I go back to it. Which there's a chance that it won't, but I probably will.
There's aliens. That's a spoiler.
Okay. Breaking Bad is worth closing out, but I get it. There's stuff I still have outstanding to watch that I know will be good. Yeah, I mean, I haven't finished Sopranos yet. I watched the first season of it.
Oh, come on, man. I've watched that like 3 or 4 times, the whole series.
It wasn't bad. I just stopped watching it. Like, I watched the first season and then like the first 3 or 4 episodes of season 4. I own it. I just haven't went back to it for some reason yet. Yep. And the last time I watched it was probably like 2018 maybe.
Yeah, and I won't say too much since you haven't watched it, but that's what I was hoping they would do with Dexter was basically the last season of Sopranos. What they did is they set up, there's some things that they did in the very beginning that even though the ending was ambiguous, you could go back to that and make a decision for yourself on what that ending meant. And so it was a lot deeper, if that makes sense. I'm being vague so it doesn't ruin the ending for you, but
I know the ending already. That's okay. Spoiled. That's weird.
But there's just things that they reference that happens at the end of the series. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. Just looking at the message here. Maybe I'll go back and get it back to it, but it's been so
Where
long.
Is T Parker? We need to talk Scream tonight. It's been a while.
I didn't say anything about it in the stream to him. So like I didn't really mention like, hey, you want to be on the stream? I just kind of wanted to talk my predictions and didn't want to commit to a long time or anything like that. So that's why I wasn't really like adamant about inviting guests. But then you messaged me and I'm like, well, might as well bring him on. I don't have to talk the whole time. Breaking Bad is worth closing out, but I already read that comment. Why do I keep clicking on the same comment? You must see all of Breaking Bad. How else would you find how much money you could put into 9 barrels? Very true. Katie and Rusty Reels need to finish watching Breaking Bad. Abso-fucking-lutely. J Dev has a good comment there. I should send this to her right now.
I've seen the ending of it. I just didn't watch the whole final season.
Okay. Non-comedy, Breaking Bad, Sopranos, The Wire, Twin Peaks. Never seen The Wire. I own The Wire. Twin Peaks, I don't know if I'll watch. Finish that shit slacker. Troy cracks me up. You may already know, but Matthew mentioned on Discord that Amy Garcia was cast for The Walking Dead Season 3. Really? I did not see. I actually went on the Discord today, but I don't comment anything. I had my notifications turned off, but I went on there, but I didn't see that. But interesting. She's on another show, CSI or no, some other like Criminal Minds or something like that right now, but all she needs to do for Dexter is like a minute cameo. That's all there's no point to have her on it any longer unless her and Quinn get back together, which I guess is possible since Deb's not in the picture anymore. So that's interesting. Dan, I thought the show was great, but I hate that they canceled the prequel for this season 2. I mean, I kind of in the same mindset as Cody Leach. Like, yeah, Original Sin, it was surprisingly good. But there's not a lot more that you can do with it. There's not a story that can keep the show going unless they add another random serial killer that's on the show. but I do want to see a younger Matthews and a younger Dokes. That would be cool. I feel like they messed up. Like Matthews should have been there from the get-go. Doesn't make sense that he wasn't, because him and Harry were supposed to be so close for a long time. But any thoughts on that for this stream, in case they didn't hear your thoughts already on it?
I mean, I definitely wish they would have done another season, but I thought it would have been cool if they could have laid the groundwork for something that didn't come back up until Resurrection, even if that makes sense. To just kind of plant the seeds for something that comes back, kind of what I thought they were going to do with like Sarah Michelle Gellar's. There were red herrings with her actually about, I think she was like into drugs or something in that season, right? It's like there's something that she was into that made me
gambling. Wasn't it gambling addiction?
I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was drugs or what, but. So yeah, that's what I think they could do. But also, and there are going to be continuity issues if they pushed it too far. I think they were kind of on the verge with Ryan Moser with the first season on that. So, but they need to show Harry's death. I mean, I think they could do something there too. But I like the idea of like laying the groundwork in that second season that comes up in Resurrection later. I don't know. Maybe New York Ripper was there. Who knows? Just name drop Don Frant.
Hopefully we get Tanya Martin at Angel Batista's funeral if the character's still alive in the Dexter universe, which we don't know will be the case for me. But I mean, yeah, it's more Dexter, so I'm not against more Dexter, but I feel like you said, too much is going to be like, wait. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on. No, this doesn't fit. This retconning of things and not having Evelyn Vogel mentioned right away doesn't make any sense at all when she's the one that kind of taught Harry the code to teach Dexter. So that's my thoughts on it. But I mean, the more Dexter, the better, because Dexter content people like on my channel. So the more Dexter, the better. I will say that.
Well, and they were able to do it like with the coma, which I still think they could go back because there's no telling how long the coma really was. I mean, as far as they could just keep on like go back to where he was still in a coma. And maybe lay some more story. That's honestly why I was watching it to begin with, was to see what was. I thought they were by the end of that season that they were going to lay in a little bit to hint at what was going to happen with Resurrection. They didn't really do that.
Yeah, they might. Who knows if they revisit it, but I don't know. I wouldn't say that Original Sin is completely out of the picture though. They might bring it back because there's that petition that has 85,000 signatures. I don't think that's not that much to me, but. They could bring it back, or maybe have like a 1 or 2 episode finale of it or something like that. Bring it back for another episode or two just to kind of have a closure on some of those characters like Bobby Watt, Tommy Martin, Sophia, and Clark Sanders.
Just milk the cash cow right now. That's what they need to do.
Yep. That's what they do. Stay at home, J-Dev? No chance. You get serial killed. It's kind of what I do now. I mean, I leave the house, but it hasn't been much lately. I like to sit at home and spend too much time on YouTube and make videos too much and watch TV shows too much. I know you're not exactly a boxing guy, but do you have any thoughts on Canelo versus Crawford tomorrow? I don't know anything about them, so I don't really have a thought. Sean Chandler is very TV ready in a good way. But... So in this episode, what they do, I used to be better at mocking Sean Chandler. I've kind of fallen off lately on it, but I agree. Definitely is. I like to watch him talk to the guy in California, the news broadcast that he does with the guy in California, Aaron something. It's kind of cool because he's a correspondent for their news thing. He died last week. Apparently the T stands for Toodles.
Toodles.
Oh, that's hilarious. T. Parker met a fly this last week. Okay. Jimmy Atro in Screen 7. Is that a new cast update?
Sure. Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll let us know. Wow. I thought there was going to be more comments. I think my chat's delayed a bit, so I apologize, guys. Original Sin is a very Sony Spider-Man universe. If they knew what to do with Spidey, they would have had dropped all that other shit in a second. Yeah. Very true. I mean, I wasn't thrilled with Original Sin to begin with, and then I kind of got interested in it. So that I've heard he's in the opening. I'm a fan of him. The name doesn't ring a bell, so now I'm going to have to Google it.
It's a comedian, I think. I have to look it up.
Okay.
Did you catch the Conjuring? You don't watch horror movies a lot, though, right?
I do watch them, but I've been late on them lately. But no, I haven't catch the most recent Conjuring movie yet. I
I
plan
just
on watching it eventually at some point, and then watching your short on it. But who knows when that'll be? When it comes on streaming, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it did. I mean, it's the number one horror opening of all time now. I think it was like it went from like 194 to 197 million globally. So I felt like it was a mediocre movie, but still worth watching if you like if you're a fan of the series, though.
Okay. I like the first one, which everybody seems to love the second one. On first watch, I didn't love the second one, or I didn't like the second one at all. But I don't typically like things that take place in Europe, which that does. I don't know why. Maybe if I watch it again, I'll have a different opinion on it. And then the third one I watched a couple of years ago, and honestly, I don't remember what happened. I remember liking it, but I don't remember anything about it now.
Yeah, it moves
So
away from the haunted house type of story.
okay,
Possession.
okay. Oh, I read that one. I heard he's in the opening. I'm a fan of him. Okay. Now I'll scroll down again. There'll be a bunch more comments.
Thinking of Spider-Man, you don't. I don't think you do animated movies, but did you like the Spider-Verse?
Never watched them.
Oh,
I don't
man,
like
come on.
cartoons. I don't watch. So the last animated things I've watched are Pixar animated. There's three things I've watched in the last since 1995. Beavis and Butthead Do America, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut,
Mhm.
and the new Beavis and Butthead movie that came out like 2 years ago. I don't remember the name of it. That's it for me. That's anything animated cartoon wise.
Yeah.
Brad knows how much I love cartoons.
Yeah.
J Dub is pumped for Infinity Castle. Oh man,
He's
I'm
going to be
excited.
insane.
I'm super excited.
I'm going tomorrow.
Not much on animation either, but the Spider-Verse movies are damn good. And I do hear that. But I don't like Spider-Man that much. So even if I hear they're good, I don't see a reason to watch them. If anything, I would watch Up. That would be the thing I'd watch, which me and Brad have talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like before the end of the year as Up, I'll probably put on Up just to appease people that complain that I don't like cartoons. Not much on animation either, but okay, yeah, damn good. Up. Yeah, I hope so. Everybody says I should watch the Shrek movies too, but I don't know if I want to commit to them.
Can't believe you haven't seen that.
Yeah, there's a friend I know that I've known for quite a while, and she nicknamed me Shrek. And I'm like, I don't look like a giant green ogre. Why are you calling me Shrek? I got annoyed by it, and then it's like, whatever. But that's what you want to keep calling me. But she's like, you have to watch the Shrek movies. I'm like, I don't like cartoons. They're not cartoons. They're Pixar. I don't like Pixar, which is a cartoon in my opinion. So, yeah, I have my ways, unfortunately. Not a lot of people like it. Shrek 1, you can't just watch that. You can just watch that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Not going to happen, but good try. Trinity isn't John Lithgow. Okay. But it's a voice role, so. All right. So that catches everybody up on the chat. Brad, how good are you with. Why am I calling you Brad? Sorry, Rusty Reels. Brad is in the chat. How good are you with naming people that are in movies?
Probably not good.
I was thinking we could play a game. I don't know if you were in the chat the time that we played this game before, but it's a different variation. Mm-hmm. It's called Movie Link, where you name 3 movies, okay, and there's an actor or actress that's in all 3 of those movies. Want to take a chance at it?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I'll give you one first. Some of them could be voice roles. Some of them could be cameos, or a big part or a medium part. So I want to play a game. Game over. So let me think of some movies. I got 2 in mind. I just need to think of one more. All right. Independence Day, Jersey Girl, and Made in America. You might not have seen all those. There's somebody that's in all 3 of those movies.
Oh, man.
I'll look at the chat. Do you have the web browser open with the chat?
I mean,
okay.
I've got it open, but I'm trying to do it off the top of my head. But Any other hints?
One of the so do you know all those movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you
One of
said
the
Made in America,
yes,
like the Eddie Murphy movie,
that's Coming to America.
Coming to America. Gotcha. Made in America. Okay.
Yeah, this one
Like
was made.
I don't know why I'm thinking J Lo, but
One of the
she's not.
quotes
She's
in
not in
okay.
Independence Day. Sorry.
One of the quotes in Made in America. You might not have heard the movie if you thought it was Coming to America, but what do you mean he's white? That's one of the quotes in Made in America. That might help you remember what movie it is. What do you mean he's white? Is one of the quotes.
It does. I'm more of a visual person, I think. That's
Not the same thing, Brad. Okay. I would bomb at this game.
yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
going to.
if anybody wants to play this game, we
Yeah,
can
please.
hang on here. I won't do it unless you join the stream, though. So you're gonna have to join the stream if you want to play. Or bomb at this game would mean you'd be terrible at it. So, yeah, no guesses at all. I mean, you've seen Independence Day, right?
Oh yeah.
That you
Lots
know
of
probably everybody that's in that movie, but there's a million people in the movie. I will say the main movie the person's in is Independence Day. That's the main. The cameo is Jersey Girl, and the minor role is Made in America.
Yeah, and I'm just drawing a blank on Made in America. Like I said, I had said Will Smith, but that's too obvious. Jeff Goldblum. That's all. I don't know. I can't think of. I don't know why that. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it was Will Smith. He's and Will. Have you seen Jersey Girl with Ben Affleck and J Lo, George Carlin?
You know what? I guess I haven't watched that, but that's what I was like. Will Smith was popped up into my head, but I was like, I don't think he was in that movie. So then I was like thinking J Lo, and I was like, well, she wasn't in Independence Day. So
okay. If anybody else wants to hop on the stream and play this with us, I think it's kind of a fun game. Obviously, if you have animated movies, I'm not going to be able to name as many of them, but I know people that are movies. But yeah, I have a lot of fun with Movie Link. Do you want to take a shot at trying to stump me, or do you want me to try to stump you again?
you can try me again.
Okay, I'll try to do. I know Made in America is kind of. That's the movie with Will Smith. Well, he's in it. Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson, where Whoopi Goldberg's daughter finds out that her dad is this like a car salesman, a white guy, and then she's like, "What do you mean he's white?" Because he dated Spurt, and she asked for a black guy. And Will Smith is like the boyfriend of her daughter, if I remember correctly. And then Jersey Girl, he talks to Ben Affleck about having a big dick as a cameo. And it's that's kind of it. It's Jersey Girl. If you haven't seen that, you should get it. You should watch it because George Carlin, Ben Affleck. That's a good movie from what I remember. Although it's been a while since I've seen it. Get JDev with voice actors. All right, let me think of something good here.
I've got one for you.
Okay. Good. They have to be in all three. And please no voice rolls, but might get it. I'll allow one voice roll if you want to do one voice roll.
You know what? This is going to be too easy, but I'll do it.
Okay.
The Prestige.
Okay. American
Psycho.
Christian Bale.
Yeah. Dark Knight. There we go. See, I told you it was going to be too easy.
I mean, that's why you kind of got to think of like a one where they're just a cameo or a movie that has a lot of different people. So,
it's funny on this list that pulls up. There's easy ones like that, and then there's this other one I would never. There's like no way that anybody would ever get it.
Yeah, and if you do ones for me, don't give me people that are like in the 1950s, 1980s or 90s or 2000s or 2010s. No 1950s, and I'm just gonna say, well, let's stop playing the game. All right, I'll try to think of another one for you. All right. I got one in mind, at least the movie, and I just need to link the movies.
Yeah, it's funny. The list I have, it's like too easy or way too hard.
Okay. Well, I'm good at this game as long as it's like newer, not 1950s or 40s stuff that I won't have a chance at getting. If anybody in the chat wants to chat stuff, that's fine too. All right, we'll give you an easier one. Well, at least I think it'll be an easier one. Crash from 2004. Maybe you've seen that. Maybe you haven't.
I have seen it, but it's been a long time.
Okay. Blast from the Past.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. At the moment when I said Blast from the Past, I'm like, that's going to be too easy. He's going to get this easily.
Oh no, it's like I didn't say Will Smith earlier because I was like, that's too easy. So I thought it was going to be like one of the supporting casts, and I couldn't think of anybody.
Well, Brad, I think, got me with one. Furious 7, Expendables, and Collateral. Stupid left eye. Furious 7, Expendables, and Collateral.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know that I've seen Collateral.
It's Jamie Foxx, Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes, Jada Pinkett Smith. Tom Cruise is like a hitman. It's not Statham. He's not in Expendables. Oh wait, yeah, he is. He's not. That's right. Yeah, he's just. Oh my god, I confused myself because I was thinking that he was in Expendables for some reason. Wow, it's a brain fart. And then yeah, he has doesn't he have a cameo in Collateral? If I remember correctly, he has a cameo in Collateral, so that's good. That's a good one. All right, let's see if I can get Rusty Reels with another one. Okay, this will be a good one. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen that one? Okay.
Yes, a lot.
Okay. The Expendables and Demolition Man.
Oh, Sylvester Stallone?
Yep. He's got a minor role in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that everybody forgets about. And he's in the third one, too. I should have done the third one. I think you would have got me either which way.
I'm just really bad, especially bad with the like supporting cast characters.
Yeah, it's true. It's not easy. Various people that I've known throughout the years have loved playing this game that like know movie actors like off the bat better than I do and can recite like every Star Trek actor or actress. And I'm like, I can name one or two of those. So they'll always try to get me with like a Star Trek thing. I'm like, oh, here you go again with your Star Trek. I'll just pick Sylvester Stallone stuff and you'll be able to get that. But let's see if you can try to think of one more and then see where we go from there. Okay. No, that's not right. Batman Begins. Collateral. And First Daughter.
Let's see.
The big movie is Batman Begins, although they're the star in First Daughter. It's a female. That should break it down for you pretty easily.
That makes it worse.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I've already named them like 5 minutes ago, actually, when I was naming people from Collateral.
I didn't catch it.
Katie Holmes.
Oh, okay.
So I went Batman Begins. So yeah, maybe
I forgot she was in that.
Yeah, Rachel Dawes, and then they replaced her with Maggie Gyllenhaal, who I can't stand. How could they do such a thing? Yeah, I can't stand her. That's why I don't like. That's why I like The Dark Knight Rises more. Maggie Gyllenhaal as Rachel Dawes makes me furious. Bane, okay, he's not the Joker. He's not Heath Ledger, but he's pretty good other than his annoying voice. Mr. Wayne. Oh. Yes, she's in Collateral. At least last time I checked. If she's not, then I'm making a big error. Now you got me thinking here.
Oh, I've got one for you.
Okay, go.
Which I'm not even sure about this movie. The person is in The Master. Capote in Mission Impossible 3.
Well, I'll say Philip Seymour Hoffman because I don't know anybody else I don't know the other two movies other than MI3. So,
Yeah.
I just looked it up. She is not in that. I don't know why I was thinking Katie Holmes is in Collateral. I could have swore that she was in Collateral. Well, I knew Jada Pinkett Smith. I thought she was Collateral.
I'm just proud of you, Brad, that you knew that.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not trying to cheat or anything like that. Apparently, I'm mixing things up. I could have swore that she's one of his cab driver or cab passengers in the cab. But
that's why I screwed up and didn't get it.
Maybe that's what you can blame it on. Absolutely. Yeah. And I didn't know two of those movies at all, but I knew Mission Impossible 3. I'm like, well, neither of those are Tom Cruise movies. Ving Rhames, they could be. I'm just going to go with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yep.
Jada is the main actress, I think, in it. Yeah, she is. But I thought Katie Holmes had a minor role in it. But again, I guess I'm wrong. Apparently, I don't know why I was thinking Katie Holmes. But according to my Google search, she has nothing to do with the movie Collateral, other than that Tom Cruise was in it. So I don't know. Well, do you want to keep playing this, or is there something else that we want to move towards to talk about?
I'm gonna go with something else, so I don't keep on getting my ass whooped here.
Okay. No, you're doing good. You're doing good. I mean, it's your first time playing it. You weren't really prepared for this. I just kind of sprung out of nowhere for you. So, all right, you already know my list of stuff, and if I knew your list of stuff, I forgot it. Give me your top 5 favorite TV shows of all time.
Oh yeah. No, I mean it kind of matches what you had said earlier as far as the TV shows.
I think I know. I remember you did tell me this, and I remember some of them already.
I did, and I didn't list Dexter for some reason. I don't know why, but and then I listed Breaking Bad, which evidently I haven't finished. So, but I mean, I know the stuff that you're covering, like Lost, and I won't put The Shield up there, but I did really enjoy that show. So I did like Walking Dead a lot, but I don't know why I didn't say Dexter before. I was thinking like Breaking Bad and shows that were excellent versus like I kind of think about things that I enjoyed versus what's critically good, and I liked it, but my go-to probably is like I think we talked about this before, but Dexter for sure. As far as my top show is probably Sopranos though.
Okay.
Now
it makes me want to finish Sopranos or go back. Well, I start over at this point. I think the legendary Crazy Coffee Man likes Sopranos too, so maybe he'll be enjoyed if I decide I want to cover Sopranos. It wouldn't be till 2026, but Supernatural is going to take a while because that's got 300 plus episodes, and I'm only on episode 20 right now. And then I've got The Shield, which is 7 seasons, but I'll start tomorrow, which I won't start on the channel until early November or late October. Troy's got one: Baby Driver, Horrible Bosses, and Annie.
Dude, I don't know what that. I love Baby Driver. That's one of my favorite movies too.
Okay, never seen Baby Driver. What version of it? Okay, I think maybe I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen the whole. I think it was on it. Somebody else was watching it, and I walked in or something like that. Horrible. Yeah, Spacey was the person I was thinking of, but I'm not. I think I remember him in Baby Driver as like they're taking money to him or something like that, if I remember correctly. Something to do with I have seen a little bit of Baby Driver, not a lot of it though, but a little bit of it.
I forgot. I thought he was just naming awesome movies. But yeah, Brad got it in the chat.
Yep. Or he Google searched it. Sopranos was good. Got me hungry most of the time. Okay. Love Baby Driver. Okay. Breaking Bad, Sopranos, The Simpsons, The Wire, South Park. I don't like cartoons. I did watch South Park, but I stopped watching it. Like once the movie came out, I'm like, okay, this movie was awesome. And then that was back in 99 and it's still going. So
yeah, I'd have to put Game of Thrones on there as well too. I really enjoyed that show, but as people mentioned, I'm bad about like just pulling stuff off the top of my head. But if I hear somebody say something, it kind of generates a thought. Like Game of Thrones is another one that's excellent.
So my Mount Rushmore is Dexter, Lost, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and Breaking Bad. Right now, Dexter's in the top spot, then Lost, then Walking Dead, then Game of Thrones, then Breaking Bad. Why is it that position? I know Breaking Bad has the best quality out of all of them, for the most part. But it's my favorite shows of all time. The ones that I want to go to. And I'd rather watch people do reaction videos to Game of Thrones than Breaking Bad, because there's no more crazy moments on Game of Thrones than Breaking Bad, for the most part.
You want to try some Dexter trivia?
Sure. See how many I can get right.
You're probably going to get all of these right. Some of these are.
Let me catch you by the chat real quick while you get
go
that.
ahead.
Brad, nope, it's someone that has been mentioned in the past few minutes. Oh, he's not right. Oh, wow. Proof I play. Brad, I was just messing with you, man. I was just being funny. I'm one that will cheat, so I'll look stuff up. That's why I want everything to be on. If we do trivia, like my hands have to be up. Well, they don't have to be up there, but obviously, if you see me looking down, you know I'm searching for something. So, Horrible Boss is the only one I know out of that I've like seen the whole movie. So it's not Jennifer Aniston. Jason Bateman. I don't think he's in Baby Driver. What's the Charlie Day? It's the only movie I know him in is Horrible Bosses. So now my nose is really dry, just to let you know. I think I need to step away for like a minute to blow my nose because it's like it's hard to talk. Oh, it might be Jamie Foxx. Motherfucker Jones, Jamie Foxx.
Oh shit, that's a good point. That's who it is.
I trying to remember if he's in Baby Driver. I don't remember much about Baby Driver.
Oh yeah, he's in Annie. I was trying to think of what Annie movie for some reason.
Yeah. I don't like musicals.
You're talking about that remake. For some reason, Spacey made sense to me in my mind as the adoptive father or whatever. But yeah, it's not a thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start with Dexter trivia. So all the Dexter fans, come on back. We got 7 people in the chat. I want to see 20 people in the chat for us to play a little Dexter trivia. I'm going to step away for like a minute. Yeah. Rusty Reels, the floor is yours. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about for a minute. Just don't say anything offensive. I don't really care if you say anything offensive either.
I won't say anything offensive, man.
I know you would.
Yeah. So, movie question. Anybody watching The Long Walk or any movies this weekend? Put it in the chat. So, I went to, I don't know if you guys, anybody here watched Spinal Tap. The second movie is worth checking out if you like the first one. And, of course, I'm going to go watch Demon Slayer as well, too. So, but any other movies this month that you guys are excited about coming to or going to go watch? I'm not sure if Him next week, that'll be the big one like we talked about. And then after that, Strangers Chapter 2 on September 26th is coming out. Yeah. Demon Slayer, Brad. That's what I'm talking about. I made a goal this year to watch every movie that comes out. I'm way behind, but I do try to hit about anywhere 5 to 8 movies a week. But some of these movies coming out are going to be pretty rough, like Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. That's another animated like J-Dev doesn't like. So that's the stuff I'm not looking forward to watching, but on my way to watch every movie this year. So I can't select it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Got a few comments in the chat.
Yeah. You talked about anime. No, that's not good. Oh, good one. Yeah. He's a bad guy in Baby Driver. Demon Slayer. I'm going to delete that comment. I'm just kidding. I mixed on the Strangers. That one. That was the one to throw you off. No one watched Annie.
No, but it made sense as soon as I seen the name. And when you said Motherfucker Jones, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dexter trivia. We only got 7 people in the chat still. I want more people in the chat. Dexter trivia time. How many? Yep. Now, these questions aren't what color socks did Dexter wear in episode 4 or something like that.
Nah, man, honestly, most of these look too easy. I kept on asking it to make it harder. So, but it didn't really. But I think, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Some of these are maybe too easy, way too easy. Okay. But
all right. Shoot.
All right. Here we go. What alias does Brian Moser use when he works as a prosthetics specialist?
Rudy Cooper.
Okay. Too easy, right?
I kind of because the alias, I just remember him being Rudy Cooper for a while. Then, like, wait,
Dr.
you're Brian
Rudy Cooper.
Moser.
Yep. Yeah, you're gonna know this stuff. In
That's
season
okay. Hey,
2,
just see how many of them I can get right.
in season 2, what's the name of the scuba divers who first find Dexter's body dump? I have no. I would never get this.
Yeah, that's too obscure for me. Crazy coffee, man. I'm not cheating. I'm just posting a comment. Biney. That wasn't his nickname to get the stuff. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the name of the scuba divers were. What is the answer?
Yeah, and you may have to verify this because I'm calling bullshit on this one. The Fernandez brothers. Fernandez. Does that ring a bell?
It's such an obscure thing that doesn't really the relevance of who found it. You know,
Okay.
if it would have been the Miami Metro that found it, it would have been a different story. But I don't know that one. I'll have to remember that in case we like Cody sets up Dexter trivia and then has that question. Like I know it because of Rusty Reels.
Yeah. In season 4, what toy does Arthur Mitchell give Harrison that later foreshadows danger? It says Harrison there. Something's wrong with that, right?
Yeah. Doesn't he give him a train?
Okay.
But it wasn't Harrison.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, no, it's a wooden train.
Okay. Yeah, he calls the one kid Arthur all the time. I'm not Arthur. And then he's like, well, if we go and do this, I'll let you call me Arthur. You would do that?
No.
You're such a good boy, Arthur. Weird scene with that Trinity and the young kid, which I don't remember his name. So that'll probably I'll have to look that kid's name up just in case that's asked for a future Dexter trivia.
Yeah. What food item does Trinity insist on eating with his family every Sunday?
Pot roast? I might be wrong on that one. Well,
Anybody
I'm allowing myself one guess, so let the chat answer it.
Nobody. Pancakes.
Pancakes. I don't remember hearing that, but
I don't know.
These are supposed to be hard, so
you're gonna go back and watch now, aren't you?
I know. There's a YouTube channel that I am actually a Patreon of, amongst other channels, but I mentioned him in the last stream, I think. But Movie Fusion, he's doing reactions to Dexter right now. He's on Patreon. He's on season 4 right now. He's on episode 7. I want to say will be the next episode that he does a reaction to. So I'll just, it'll take a couple episodes for Hungry Man. I don't know what episode that's actually revealed in. I'm guessing Hungry Man, but maybe before then, because that's just his Thanksgiving episode. I thought pot roast they made for Thanksgiving, and that's his favorite, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember him talking about pancakes, but maybe it's a minuscule detail that I didn't remember.
Yeah, it'd be on a Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead with more trivia.
Okay. Troy says we should change in the chat. We'll do a few more. Or whatever we want to do.
These are going to be way too specific for me. I've only watched the series twice. I remember the overall story, but not some pancake type stuff. Yeah. If you want to make them a little easier, that's fine. Or have another browser open to give me hard questions and the chat easier questions.
Okay.
However you want to do it.
I think some of these are easy. I think some of these you'll know for sure. What's the name of the nightclub owner who hires the Skinner in season 3?
What?
Is that? I'm wondering if I'm getting is that wrong?
The nightclub was in season 7.
Do you know who it is?
Skinner was in season 3. Does Miguel Prado hire the nightclub or the Skinner for something?
This says George King that works for Carlos Falcone. I may have pronounced the name wrong. Does that ring a bell?
George King is the Skinner.
Is it Carlos Falcone that hires him?
Read the question again.
The name of the nightclub owner who hires the Skinner. And it says he works. I said George King, but that's it says that he was hired by Carlos Falcone. I may be butchering the last name.
Unless there's a nightclub that has tree trimmings that just has, maybe it's an obscure thing that's quickly shown in Dexter. But I was thinking you were thinking of the strip club that's in season 7 with Nadia and Quinn and Batista go to shutdown every day. That's what I was thinking of.
This is AI, so man, I don't know. You're gonna have to fact check it.
Jonah Mitchell isn't the Ripper, but he just be Pancake Kid from Cabin Fever. Yeah. What type of donut does Camilla love? I know what kind of pie she likes. Key lime pie.
Do you know the song that plays during Rita's death scene in season 4?
I don't know songs. If it's not Eminem,
I wouldn't be able to do that.
If it's not Eminem, I'm not.
Eminem,
that's all I really care about when it comes to music.
Gotcha.
And even him, I'm getting annoyed with, but I still, at the moment, listen to everything that he puts out as soon as it comes out.
This should be an easy one. What's the name of Dexter's first on-screen victim in season 1, episode 1, the pilot?
I know this, but I just drew a blank on it. Crazy Coffee Man will probably answer it right away. It's the child. It's like, wow. There it goes, Mike Donovan.
Yep.
I didn't get it. I completely spaced out on what his name is. Crazy Coffee Man got it.
You guys are doing better than I would ever do. So,
trust me, if we watch Dexter, if we play Dexter trivia like a big group, which I think it should be a scenario where we have a host, and then somebody. We don't ask everybody the question at the same time because it's hard to tell who has the right who answers or who comes in first. Like each person gets asked a certain amount of questions, and then you get points for each question or something like that, and then the most points go on to the next round, like the 3 or 4 most points or something like that. That's how I would do it. But Cody said something Jeopardy-like, but I don't like Jeopardy, so I don't know.
No.
Mike Donovan has 2 daughters. Okay. He's probably like, I can't believe J-Dad didn't get that.
Yeah, I know you know this one because it's already been talked about, but what's the name of the corrupt cop killed by Brian Moser to frame Dokes?
What?
Huh.
Brian Moser kills a corrupt cop to frame Dokes?
This is interesting. This has an interesting note with it. So I don't know. I feel like this is a trick question. I'm reading it. You've mentioned this person's name. Somebody in the chat did earlier.
Stan Liddy?
Starts with a T.
Corrupt cop.
This is interesting. This says this is a stumper for most hardcore fans.
Okay.
But you guys have mentioned this character at least once tonight.
We have.
I didn't know who you were talking about at first. At least I think you did. Let me just say it. I'm gonna have to read it because I'm like,
wait.
I have a feeling.
So there is a scenario with Dokes in season 1 where a police officer's wife dies, and then they kind of set him up to catch the people that did it. But it's not Brian Moser that's involved with that. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know better than anybody. It says Tony Tucci. I may be pronouncing that wrong.
He's not.
But it says actually Tony was the amputee victim. The cop was Detective Bennett. Most fans mix this up. This is a real stumper. That's what it says. You have to go back and check it out. But I thought you guys mentioned Tony tonight, so that's why
I did. He's the amputee, and the guy that wants the hooker that survives the thing. Read that question one more time because you said Dokes.
Mm-hmm. What's the name of the corrupt cop killed by Brian Moser to frame Dokes?
And Brian Moser doesn't kill anybody, though. I think that's not right. That doesn't sound right to me. Google's wrong or AI's wrong.
AI's wrong.
What do you think, Crazy Kaufman? You think the question isn't right or the answer isn't right? I don't remember Brian Moser being connected with anything James Dokes did.
Okay.
I mean, other than he's being the ice truck killer and killing people and Dokes investigating it, but nothing that I don't know. I could be wrong, but it doesn't sound right to me.
Yep, I believe you.
It sounds like the wrong characters
wrong.
are named. That's what. Yeah, the question is wrong. Crazy Coffee Man says.
Okay. Which of Rita's kids called Dexter dad first? Aster or Cody?
Cody.
Yep. What's the full name of Trinity Killer's wife?
Damn it, Sally. I don't know. Sally Mitchell, I'll say, but if they want the middle name, that I don't know the middle name.
Yep.
I don't know if I don't know how many people would have got that one right. Crazy Coffee Man would have got it right, but he just actually answered in the chat. He's ready for Dexter trivia.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to watch out for some of these. It sounds like some of it's wrong information. So
yeah.
Which happens with AI sometimes. But what is written on the T-shirt Dexter wears in season 1's pilot episode?
Yeah, these are like questions like what color socks did Dexter wear in episode 4?
Okay.
Yeah,
this says have a killer day is what it says.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, some of these are too easy.
Tucci was that Chris Rock joke come to life? What's your wish here in the hospital? Some big titties in my face.
In season 2, what character calls Dexter the Dark Defender?
It's not Lila, is it? It's the comic store character. Or wait, no. Let me think on this one.
Yeah, I'm almost afraid to ask these anymore because I don't know if they're going to be bullshit or not.
There's somebody that calls him the Dark. Oh, it's probably Harry, actually.
Close.
Oh, wait. No, they're probably calling the Bay Harbor Butcher the Dark Defender. So it might be Gail, Rita's mom. Or is that season 4 or season 2? I don't know. What's the answer so I can stop trying to speculate?
This is Deborah Morgan.
Called Dexter the Dark Defender?
Like sarcastic.
Or the Bay Harbor Butcher Dark Defender.
It was a poster. What Crazy Kaufman just said.
Yeah, I thought it was the comic book store because I remember somebody got killed at the comic book store and then he goes there and then the Dark Defender poster is there, but I don't remember him. Yeah, maybe she calls him the Dark Defender. It's possible.
Yeah, this is like about continuity in filming, so I'm not sure. Maybe as a fan, maybe you've heard some of this, but what state served as a primary filming location for Dexter, even though it's set in where? Do you know where in California? I've been there.
Oh,
it's the only place in California I've been.
I'll stay out of California. I'll say Los Angeles or Sacramento. No, that's 2 places I've named.
Long Beach.
Long Beach. Yeah, I could have got 10 guesses and probably wouldn't have guessed that. You said what state, not city. So.
All right, no, you're right. You're right. You got it. I don't know this. In which season did the showrunners first use digital blood effects instead of practical blood?
That's a good question.
It's where it started going downhill.
My initial guess was season 5, close. But I don't think it goes downhill in season 5. So I'm going to say season 6 because there's more crazier death sequences in season 6.
Yeah.
What, is it season 6?
Yes.
Okay, I got it right. Yay! I almost wanted to say season 5, but I'm like, no.
This one's completely random, but maybe you know it. Who narrated early promos of Dexter on Showtime before Michael C. Hall's own voiceovers became standard?
I don't remember the guy's name. It was like the head of Showtime at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, so you can just say it.
Keith David.
That's not who I was. Keith David, that's in Armageddon?
I don't know. It's just
black guy. I thought it was the... No, that's Lost. I'm confusing this with Lost. That I did not know that at all, actually.
Yeah.
I'm confusing it with Lost. My bad.
I don't. Maybe you know this through your reviews. This is a obscure facts. So you want to do these?
We can do them. I might not be good at them, but we can do them.
How many confirmed kills does Dexter have by the end of the original 8 seasons before New Blood, roughly?
Wow. I don't even.
Random guess. Anybody in the chat? Random guess.
122.
Okay. Anybody else in the chat? You're close. You're not too far off.
Armageddon is your Keith David go-to. The Thing. But yeah, Armageddon. I don't know why I thought of Armageddon first, but that's the one I thought of.
Crazy Kaufman's close in the chat. Really close.
I know it was over 100. I knew that.
Yeah, it says 138.
Okay. Well, 122, that's closest without going over. J-Dev.
What real-life Miami newspaper is featured heavily during the Bay Harbor butcher investigation?
Miami Herald.
Yep. What is the name of the hotel where Dexter kills Jordan Chase in season 5?
I don't know the name of the hotel.
Okay.
It's one episode that they had a hotel in, figures.
Does he own the hotel? I can't remember this, but it's called Chase International Hotel.
Okay.
Price of Right rules in effect. Yeah, Troy's got a good point.
I make my own rules.
Can't go over. Yep, so you won. In season 7, what Russian organized crime group is
Brotherhood.
Yeah. I knew some of these would be.
During my ranking for it was either villains or characters. I couldn't remember that. When I went to Isaac, I'm like, Isaac Serco. He was a part of and I said something like completely different. Like, I know that's not it, but I can't think of what the name is. And then I realized that it was my villains list because I forgot to include Stan Liddy. So I had to go back and re-record the whole video because there was no fixing it other than the intro. I could keep some of the intro, but I had to take some of it out. But yeah, Kashka Brotherhood.
Yeah. Yeah, this is asking what word does Deborah use?
Fuck.
Okay. How many times would you estimate that she used it during the series?
And it was like 900.
It's going to be a range.
991 or something like that.
Holy shit! You're really close. No, you're really close. It was 900.
Oh, just 900.
That was a good guess. I mean, that was good. You were right on though.
But I went over. But nobody else answered.
Went over. So Price is Right rules. Yeah. I didn't give him the opportunity.
Somebody needs to bet $1. One.
You'll get this out of your first.
I saw that one time and I just forgot what the answer was. I saw that once.
Yeah. In New Blood, what is the name of Angela Bishop's true crime podcast friend that helps her investigate Dexter?
Molly Park.
Yep.
Of Mary fucking Kill.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean that's yeah. Some of these, like I said, it's I don't know. I was looking at him like I don't know about this, but here's one for you. What prison name does Hannah McKay use while on the run in New Blood? Does that make sense?
Prison name. Molly Castor or shit. Crazy Coffee Man will know this. There's another name that she used though, I think. Is it Molly Castor? Okay, it's
kind of close, but not.
A Hannah fact that I'm going to get wrong.
I've accomplished something tonight.
It's the bag of money that she has with Arlene Schramm, and there's a name that she'll go by to get. What the hell is it? Molly Castor was her name with that guy she was married to in a brief amount of time, and then that he dies. Well, Claire Thompson or Thompson. No, Claire something. I don't know.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is wrong, but it says Maggie Hall.
Maggie Hall.
Doesn't ring a bell to me.
Let me Google search this and see what it says.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell it to verify.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Mm-mm.
I think actually I'm 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100
I have to look it up too.
Yeah, there's nothing about that. So
Mm. Oh, it says it's so okay.
I don't know. That may or may not be right. Oh, Cody Leach is here. No, I'm just kidding. I thought about sending him the link and Willis Credia, Charles.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to
Pretty
talk
cool.
Dexter at any point tonight? When I was like more
Claire
open
Thompson.
to.
Sorry. I was reading the chat ahead.
Oh, yeah. Okay, somehow my chat just went way back to the beginning.
Yeah, maybe I was trying to look to see if I read the wrong answer too. That could happen.
Dexter got credentials for Claire Thompson for Hannah when she was going to leave on the helicopter.
Gotcha.
So, but I remember her name was Molly. She was using an alias for something, but I think that was her married name that she was going by with the Miles Caster, Mary Kim. I can't remember. Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch season 8 again just so I can refresh my memory on this stuff.
It's so weird that it says it's Maggie Hall. Like it's stuck with that, huh?
Seaplane.
That's weird. Yeah, it says saying Maggie Hall's correct. That's so weird. Sticking with it.
Maggie Randall and Maggie Kastner.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking of. Yeah. Why does I say Molly? I don't know. I think Maggie Kastner is correct, but it also says Maggie Randall. According to my, if you Google search what alias does Hannah use in Dexter?
Oh. Well, this is pulling off of Wikipedia, so someone probably just typed the damn name up. It does say Maggie in Wiki for sure, but it doesn't say Maggie. I didn't see Hall. I think that was a solid performance, man.
Not solid enough that Cody would probably beat me.
I don't know.
Oh, I just closed my browser. I tried. Is it not going to let me copy and paste something in here? I guess not. That's it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know that I have the trust with the rest of these. And either too easy or.
Let me check if I can find my Dexter trivia book because I have like a small, thin book that has a bunch of trivia questions. They're more easier questions. Last time I checked, it was over in the corner. Let me see if it's still there. One moment.
Yeah. I think you guys mentioned this earlier. What's Dexter's favorite breakfast food?
Tonight's tonight. It's going to happen again.
You got it.
And again. Right where I left it. Probably been there for 4 years. All right. Obviously, this is an older book, so it goes up to probably season 8, I'm guessing. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's just the first couple seasons, actually. All right.
Did you? I think you stepped away. Do you? I think you guys already mentioned this, but do you know what Dexter's favorite breakfast food is? Supposedly, I can't remember that. Yeah, I mean, I think somebody said it. That's what I would have thought because of the intro. This says, yeah, ham and egg. I would have thought ham and eggs with hot sauce. I'm gonna call bullshit on this one. It says donuts. I don't know. I don't ever remember him eating donuts, but
he never ate donuts. He didn't like them. But everybody else at Miami Metro did. When he was blending in. All right. I got a lot of questions for you here.
Yeah, I'm not going to get
I think these are mainly easier ones, if I remember correctly. Does this really only go through season 2? It's like a book I bought on Amazon. So, all right.
Oh yeah,
read these.
that's right. Brad hit it. He brings donuts into the office. That's what it is.
Yep. Catch up on the chat. Arlene Schramm kept Hannah's 50 grand. Where'd it go? That's a good question. Seaplane. Okay. I can't read these, unfortunately. Yeah, you're not going to know that.
Nah, I'm going to guess I'm not going to know a lot.
Yeah, well, I don't even know that character. Cervantes. I think there was... No, never mind. What does Deborah suggest to Tony Tucci as a method of helping him to remember? If you even remember who Tucci is.
No, other than the bullshit trivia question that I had earlier.
No, this is 100% accurate. Let's see if the chat. I used to bring donuts to the lumber company I worked at. I like donuts. She wanted him to, because he was blindfolded when he was with the ice truck killer, so she had him blindfold himself.
Oh, okay.
All right. Question for the chat. The first person that answers will get a $500 Amazon gift card. Just kidding. Rusty's like, well, I wanted a gift card. All right. Well, okay. First person to get this right. You better get your typing hands ready. Rusty Reels, you can participate in this one, I guess, too.
Do I get to type?
The name of Dexter's boat is Slice of
Life.
There you go. And look at
that.
Wait,
was I not supposed to answer it and let the chat?
No,
Sorry.
you got it. You got it before anybody else did. That was an easy one, but hey, easy's fine. How did Dexter refer to the dial parts left in his freezer? There is a specific thing that he says. Oh, back big titties with his face. Any answers? Any guesses, I should say? Is there things I can do?
I've got nothing.
Okay. Let's see if I can edit the stream while I'm streaming. Pieces to a puzzle. Remember that? They're pieces to a puzzle.
Okay.
I don't think you'll remember this one, but what did Dexter use to test Matt Chambers' DNA? He was the drunk driver guy, if I remember correctly.
Nothing. I think somebody answered it.
The ring, no, not correct.
Really?
According to my trivia book, a shot glass. Then that makes sense because he was a drunk driver from what I remember. Gotcha. I think he was played by the guy in True Blood, Sam Merlot. What's his name and his real name?
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
He was the Sam Merlot, the bartender guy that owned the bar in True Blood, and he was Matt Chambers. But that was that in season 1 of Dexter? Was that young? I don't remember that being in season 1. I thought it was later than that. Oh, well. Oh, that you'll know that one.
Maybe.
No, I'm not going to answer that one. Ooh, this is a good one. Ooh, I just thought of a character that I didn't put in my villains antagonist ranking.
Uh-oh.
Not really a villain, not really an antagonist, but somebody memorable, and that was in more than one episode. But during LaGuerta's interview with Neil Perry, it is revealed that Perry does not have any what?
Say it one more time.
During LaGuerta's interview with Neil Perry, it is revealed that Perry does not have any what? Do you remember who Neil Perry is?
Mm-hmm.
He was the tech guy that hacked into Miami Metro's file, so he knew all the the intricate details of the ice trick killer, and he wanted to be the ice truck killer, even though he wasn't the ice truck killer. He had that house full of animal parts, and he had his mom buried.
Maybe no fingerprints.
Correct.
It just makes sense to me once you said the computer.
Yeah, it was an interesting a memorable character, and then his meeting with Dexter, and who are you? This isn't my friend. My friend's still out there, the ice cream, because he's obsessed with the ice cream killer. All right, so those are the quiz 1 questions. There's like 50 quizzes in here. In which room of Rita's house does the opening scene take place? That's like a dumb question that I wouldn't even know. So, no, bathroom apparently.
Oh, yeah, because the shaving.
Does the result of the DNA matching done by Masuka come back positive or negative? And I would say DNA matching for what?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the answer is you have a 50-50 chance of getting it right, but positive is the answer.
Positive.
Let's catch up on the chat here. Welcome to the chat, watching later. Okay. We're just playing a little Dexter trivia right now.
Mm-hmm.
We expect to play a bigger version of Dexter trivia at some point. I don't know who would be involved, but that was the plan. That's the plan. But I got to have more people on to play. So T. Parker Evans, Brad Hawk Talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Brad hasn't joined one of my streams. Brad, you need to join the stream right now. Click on the link that I put in the chat and join the stream. All right, I'll give you one more question, then we'll figure out something else to do here. Let's go to season 2. I'm tired of season 1. All right. Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Interesting. I do very good at this, but what is the title of Dexter episode 2 or season 2 episode 6?
Whatever, dude. I'm not
Dex,
like you.
Dex lies and videotape.
Yeah. I could do episode reviews and type the title into my YouTube, and I still wouldn't remember what it is the next week.
Gotcha. Here's an easy one. Who signs Lila into the police station and takes her up to see Dexter?
Deborah.
La Pasión. Angel Batista.
I had 50-50 there.
Well, I wouldn't say you had more characters.
That's who came to my mind, I should say.
Like
only 2 people I could think off the top of my head.
Could have been like Huerta.
Because yeah, that's true. I was
Maybe
thinking
Dokes if he wasn't captured yet.
Because they didn't get along, right? Deborah and Lila?
No, she did not like Miss Pardon My Tits at all.
That's why she popped up in my head, I think. not the tits. But.
Where is T. Parker Evans? I'm surprised he hasn't dropped in yet.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't know about it. Just looking at the chat to see if anybody popped in that I didn't see, which would be crazy. But some of these chats appear after I read the next one, so it's possible. Well, Rusty Reels, anything else that we should cover or talk about, or should we wrap it up?
I think for me, I'm gonna have to wrap it up for family stuff. But I appreciate you having me on.
All right. Well,
I've got to get ready for that early Demon Slayer movie in the morning and finish up a review.
I'll let you get off here. I appreciate you being on the stream to kind of co-host with me. It's always appreciated, even though we didn't really necessarily plan for you to be on here tonight, but it's fun to have you on here, and you're welcome to be on the stream anytime. Just, hey, do you want me on tonight, or do you got something that you want to talk about first? And just we'll figure it out. But I'll stay on, but I'll let you go. And always appreciate it, Rusty Reels. And make sure you like and subscribe, or make sure you subscribe to Rusty Reels' channel. Watch some of his videos, leave comments, like the videos. Hype the videos as well, which is something new YouTube's doing. I don't know how good that helps, but do that. But I'll let you have a good night, and I'll stay on and chit chat with the audience here.
All right. Thanks, J Dev, and thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Take care.
Have a good night, Rusty Reels. All right, now it's just me. Again, make sure you subscribe to Rusty Reels, watch all of his shorts, and he has a couple full length reviews on the channel. So, what is the legendary Crazy Coffee Man here? My left eye is bothering the crap out of me right now. Like I can't see out of it as good, so that's why I keep wiping my eye. But other than that, I'm fine. Jamie Murray moved Michael's hand mid chest to her breast. Michael's hand. Oh, you're talking about Michael C. Hall. Thank you, Rusty Reels. Yes. Thank you, legendary Crazy Coffee Man. I kept you really busy the last 3 or 4 weeks with all these review Dexter content and the Lost content, the Supernatural content. You had a break from my channel yesterday. Hopefully it was a soothing break for you. So I don't know. I don't know who's still here. The legendary Crazy Coffee Man, Troy, Brad Hawk Talk. What should we talk about other than cartoons? Because I'm still good. I could do some laundry, which I probably should do like in the next hour, but I'm still good where I can stay on. I'm actually comfortable for once. Other than my eye and my nose getting a little stuffy, I'm fine. Oh, just bumped my computer desk with my chair. That it didn't like that. So what do we want to talk about? All right, you know what? I'm going to do a review. Not necessarily a review, but people in the chat, I don't know everybody's opinion, but I'm going to talk about a movie that I really like, and I want to know what everybody's opinion is on this movie. I even grabbed it when I went to get the Dexter trivia book, but what does everybody think of this movie? Now, I don't know what the consensus is. I think everybody thinks it's okay, but I absolutely love this movie, Passengers, with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. I don't know if I like to be self-isolated like I kind of am. Like I don't leave my house that much anymore. I do leave the house, but only to go to movies, it seems like now. I've went to a movie this year, fantasy football draft, and a dentist appointment. But I freaking love Passengers. So I think if I was on like a ship and had all my movies and all my TV show seasons, oh, Rusty Reels just said something nasty in the chat. I think I'd be fine, like just watching movies and TV show seasons. If that's not an option, then I would be a little upset. But I lost my fingerprints from typing like Neil Perry. Yeah, Neil Perry is good. After that movie, well, you know what happens to people that don't agree with my opinion in the chat? Might as well just keep my left eye closed at this point. You're canceled, Rusty Reels. Make sure you unsubscribe. I'm just completely kidding. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's something that's really basic that I absolutely love. I don't know why I love Passengers so much, but I absolutely adore that movie a lot. Saw it, liked it, okay. Passenger is crap. Passenger is good, okay. Let's check something here. A sneaky way I might be able to know if people are still in the chat or who's actually in the chat right now. Okay. My movie guys are gone. It's just the legendary Crazy Coffee Man, it seems. So I have to get Crazy Coffee Man on here sometime so everybody can see the greatness that is the legendary Crazy Coffee Man. So I don't know, the chat's kind of windy down here, so I think I'm probably going to call it a stream. Unless there's something that you guys want me to talk about, I'll talk about it. But you know, if there's a Q&A type thing where you want me to answer random questions about myself, I'm open to that. I mean, I won't answer everything, but I'll answer some things here. But hope you all enjoyed my early predictions for Dexter season 3, and of course Rusty Reels predictions for Dexter season 3. Dexter, wow, I'm apparently tired now. Dexter Resurrection season 2. Early predictions. Don't know a lot about what's going to happen yet, but obviously we'll know more eventually at some point, and hopefully it's a good season. Oh, we got another comment. Haven't seen it. Haven't heard many good things. Okay. I freaking love this movie. So that's my opinion. I don't know if you have a Letterboxd account. You probably don't, Troy, but it's one of my top movies on Letterboxd right now that I like. I mean, I changed it at one point, it wasn't, but it's in my top 10 of all time. And I, for some reason, absolutely love the movie, but some people don't like it. So it's the opinion. It's an opinion-based thing. Passenger is crap. Passenger. That got me. I thought you said it was good once, and you said it was crap, but you're talking about something else at that point. So again, I hope everybody enjoyed the predictions for Dexter Resurrection Season 2. I don't know how many we'll get right, me and Rusty Reels, but hopefully we get some. And then I hope, maybe next time if everybody kind of comes prepared with like a movie link thing, or, you have 3 actors or actresses from 3 random movies and I have to guess which one it is. That's fun to do. I appreciate everybody that's been in the chat. Troy McClure, Rusty Reels, Crazy Kaufman, Brad Hawk Talk. Who else was in here? It's hard to see with one eye that is half working and one that's not right now. It's like I got a contact that's out of place and it won't go back in the right place here. So, yeah, if I'm missing the other people that were in the chat, there's some people that I don't know how to pronounce the names. Dan Kearney, thanks for being here. Chris, you were in the chat earlier. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I hope everybody has an enjoyable weekend. Oh, Bubs was in the chat earlier. Thanks for being here. But, make sure you subscribe to Rusty Reels, subscribe to JDev TV. I have daily videos every day. If you're wondering where the name lose 1, lose 3, keep 1 forever, I'll probably start those again tomorrow. Just took a break from that to, been doing so much Dexter content that it's kind of wearing me down a little bit here. So again, all of you, thank you. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Rusty Reels, subscribe to Brad Hawk Talk, comment and like all of the legendary Crazy Coffee Man's awesome episode summaries / clip notes, whatever he wants to call them. I hope everybody has an extraordinary weekend. Do something fun. Should take that advice myself. And you never know, we're going to see either on a video, a short, or a stream on JDev TV.